If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. Today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we will spin the category wheel. Are you doing this on purpose because we talked earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be like that, man.
All day.
We will spin the category wheel.
You don't want to hurry up. What do you want me to do? Mike said, don't spin it.
We will spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category. Now, here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right, because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented James, who thought D-Day was a rap star and found a way to answer 7 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Well, of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration.
Make a contest to play Big Dummy. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like KISW on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Thrill 99.9 KISW.
On the show, away we go. Welcome to Season 20, Episode number 4,270. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Head chef is back. Ted's meat and potatoes. The most dangerous, expired condiments. I know the answer to this. It is lifestyle.
Right. Condiments.
Oh, condiments.
Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. You can figure out most of them, but a couple of them on the list are kind of surprising.
Okay. And you never really look at the expiration date on condiments.
I don't anymore, and honestly, having kids, I don't have to because we go through everything so fast. But pre-kid, man, you would have these questions like, have we bought ketchup since we've been together? Like, I know we bought ketchup since we've been together. Have we bought it again? We've been together for 10 years. I think this might still be the same bottle of ketchup.
To me, it's right. It's not the general condiments. Like, you kind of go through them, but, like, I don't know. There's always a weird jar of something you bought for some recipe or, like,
yeah.
Like, I like Sweet Baby Ray's honey mustard. But I only use it sparingly, and then like the other day, I was like, "Oh Jesus, this honey mustard is real old."
Right? Yeah. You can't. Dijon is the one for me. It seems like the expiration date's like 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, on the mustard.
I'm gonna go home and look at my mustards now,
and I love it.
My issue is not with Dijon or yellow. I can't explain it to you. I think I use Dijon mustard almost every day.
Do you really?
On something, yeah. Right. I love it.
So condiments and the danger involved if they go bad. On Ted's Meat and Potatoes coming up at 4:30. And today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. It's an easy game to play. We will spin the category wheel. You are either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. Our biggest dummy, that'd be James. It took James 8 questions to get one right. And as we do, we like to do a little men's room poll. Now, the last time we did the poll, they rated the top French fries in the United States. Americans said these are our favorites. So we gave you 4 choices and asked you, hey, if you could only eat one French fry, fast food-wise, for the rest of your life, which style would you pick? And so your choices. Five Guys hand-cut fries. Always solid, tons of them in the bag.
Tons.
Always hot, always fresh. Never go wrong with Five Guys. The tried and true gold standard, that would be McDonald's French fries, also on the list. And then the Chick-fil-A waffle fry was included, and the Arby's seasoned curly fry. Now, if you happen to follow us on X and Men's Room Live, we put the poll up there, and here's how everything shook out. I believe that this one is fairly close to how I would rank these. Chick-fil-A ended up being in 4th place with 14%.
Really?
I truly believe that that's appropriate considering the other options. That, in my mind, is the worst fry out of that group. Not that it's a bad fry. It's just the one that I would pick last.
All right, fair enough.
This is a shocker to me. In 3rd place is Five Guys at 24%. I think that would be the fry that I would honestly pick if I had one fry to eat for the rest of my life, just because they remind me of a boardwalk fry.
I mean, look, they're good. They're solid. I do enjoy the French fries, but in the end, it's kind of just a French fry. You know what I mean? Like, it's what a French fry should taste like.
Number 2, 26% of you said Arby's. I'll take the seasoned curly fry.
Yeah, man.
Arby's nearly shot to the top. And hands down, McDonald's number 1 at 36%. So those are your fries.
McDonald's already knew that.
McDonald's, Arby's, Five Guys.
It's just hard to beat McDonald's for.
But they still have to be hot.
Correct.
I will say the other fries, even if they're room temperature, I still don't mind throwing a handful of those in my mouth. McDonald's fries, once they're not hot, they're just something different.
They're okay. Okay, so today on the poll, we get this news today. They say 2 of America's favorite game shows may soon find their way into your home a different way. Although Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune have stuck it out among the biggest households of the streaming revolution, the program's owner, Sony Pictures Entertainment, said today it was seeking bids from big tech and media companies for streaming rights for those 2 shows.
Really?
Yeah. So instead of waiting for Wheel of Fortune to come on or Jeopardy, you could watch it at any time.
But to me, the beauty of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, it's kind of your time killer before primetime TV.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine streaming it because I must watch Wheel of Fortune now. But like, if it's, look, it's going to be on at 7, right? If I turn the TV on at 7, I don't mind watching it. It's just killing time till Jeopardy. Then they kill time until
some people
else.
just love game shows, though.
Yeah, I mean, they have a game show network. Right?
They said whoever nabs those rights will be permitted to stream new episodes of the show the day after they appear on syndicated TV. So, what you saw last night on Jeopardy, you would be able to stream today, but you couldn't watch that before it actually aired on network television or the local affiliate.
Okay.
Streaming rights are targeted to begin this September, could be valid for up to 3 years. Sony said we want to make sure that these shows are as relevant as they are now or more 40 years from now. The CEO says when I got here was clear that Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy were the proverbial assets hiding in plain sight. He cites massive viewership and a passionate fan base as signals that these shows need a big opportunity for more growth, and that's it. Part of the reason for the shift to streaming is to attract just a newer generation of people that are more apt to watch on their phones or laptops than on the standard television. And they don't...
Like my children.
Yeah, exactly. Higher ups at Sony say the streaming news is unrelated to a legal battle between Sony and CBS. It's been dragging on for months, blah, 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 blah. But they're just looking to just attract a different audience, a younger generation of viewers for both Jeopardy and for Wheel of Fortune. Now we get this news, and this actually aired last night. A Sacramento County man is $100,000 richer after winning on the historic 10,000th episode of The Price is Right. It was a big moment for Ryan Digman and a big milestone for the show as well. Digman lives just outside of Sacramento in Carmichael. He is a single father with an 8-year-old son. Now, here's the irony. They watch The Price is Right together every single day. As he says, it's become a fixture in their lives and daily routines. And when Digman saw the 10,000th episode was being taped, he said he had to be there. Now, the episode aired on Wednesday night. Host Drew Carey, he joined Good Day Sacramento the day before to celebrate. So they let the cat out of the bag already.
Okay.
All right, like the guys from your town.
Yeah, the day before. He says, I ended up being the first person in line at 4:30 in the morning of the day of the taping. He made the journey from Sacramento to L.A. solo, and he had a shirt on for his son that reads, I'm a dad on a mission to spin that wheel. He said, I got to...
His son wore a shirt that said, "That's not my dad."
Mm-hmm. I got to win life-changing amount of money for me and my son, and it really kind of makes me cry a little bit still, he said. You saw me really emotional because times right now, they're really tough for a lot of people. Now, in his regular life, Digman works as a disability advocate for youth in Sacramento. On the show, he had a perfect first bid, earning his spot on the stage to play the grand prize game. He said, I even told people before I went up there, I'm going to go on The Price is Right. I'm going to win $100,000. And I did. He said the experience goes beyond memories. Digman said he's made lifelong friends with other contestants on the show, including a woman from Colorado who he plans to see again within the next few weeks.
Okay.
Oh, good job.
Yeah.
He said, you never know, you might see us on an amazing race type of journey in the future. Digman did spend his 21st birthday as an audience member for the show. Now, that time around, he did not get up on stage.
Right.
This time around, he leaves as a $100,000 winner on the 10,000th episode.
I've never seen that in all the years I've seen Price is Right. And to be fair, I've not watched it in probably 25 years, but still, I don't remember anyone winning that much money.
Yeah. So, today on the poll, you're going to be a contestant. You get to pick the game show you get to be on. First choice is Jeopardy. Now, obviously, it's a lot easier at times to play Celebrity Jeopardy.
Celebrity Jeopardy, Teen Jeopardy, and College Jeopardy, you're a freaking genius, right?
Well, you're better off than you are if it's regular Jeopardy.
That's my issue with it. So, like, I will play Jeopardy at home, and my daughter thinks I have a very big brain. And I'm like, babe, listen to me. The reason I'm doing well is because I'm not playing against any of those contestants.
Correct.
Right? I mean, these people know things that no one should know.
Yeah. And I only blurted out the answer if I really know it. If I don't know the answer, even if I'm at home by myself watching Jeopardy, I will say the answer out loud. Out loud. Like I'm proving to an imaginary person around me. Look how smart I am.
That's just reaction, man. You got to do it. I do it.
Yeah. Yep.
Mike, what have we been watching? Pop culture Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Okay, that's more in the wheelhouse of knowledge that we would have. You would think.
Yeah, but same thing. I sit there by myself and yell out the answer. I would say yell, but just say it.
You have to say it, especially if there's people around. You want people to know you're smart.
Right.
But it sucks when you're wrong. You're like, damn.
Well, and
you also, it's like calling a timeout when you're watching football, right? You're yelling at the TV. Call a timeout. Call a timeout. Let's say the simple answer is Tom Brady, right? I'll be like, yeah, Tom Brady. They don't get it. It's like, Tom Brady.
Oh, right.
They don't get it. Tom Brady.
Well, you're right, dude. I raised my voice the other day. We were watching Wheel of Fortune, actually. And the woman who spun the wheel, she clearly knew what the answer was. Okay? She had enough letter. You obviously knew what it was. I knew what it was. My daughter knew what it was. And it pisses me off when people do this. And I end up screaming at them, even though they can't hear me. So she's like, I'll buy the E. And I'm like, why are you spending money? Mm-hmm. Why did you just, you know what it is, you dumbass. Why did you literally just give them $50 back?
There's only one E on the board.
Right.
You can already deduct
You know the word is the. Exactly. You know it is. Exactly. Why'd you buy it? And I realize I'm screaming at the TV every time. My daughter thinks it's hilarious. So I'm like, I can't explain it. It drives me crazy. She's like, you know they can't hear you. I'm like, if I yell loud enough, they will.
Well, the thing is, at least on Jeopardy, you're dependent on your knowledge of the category. Mm-hmm. And that goes a long way. And sometimes even there'll be a category up there. I am not, it'll take me one or two clues to figure out
how they're phrasing it.
What that means. Yeah. You know, as far as like.
Oh, you mean just the title of the actual category?
What you're looking, something with an R, blah, blah, blah. And you realize,
right.
Whatever the deal is. Then I'll figure it out, but they've already answered two of the questions.
Yeah, 4 syllables, 2 words. That got me the other day. I'm like, why am I not tracking with this? And then when I realized what the category was, I'm like, oh.
Now I can figure this out. But I've already lost $300 or whatever. They've already answered 2 correctly before I even realized what the hell's going on. So your first game is Jeopardy. Your second is Wheel of Fortune.
That's me.
They took out the guy who used to go, look at all these fabulous prizes.
You remember the original Wheel of Fortune? Back in like the 70s.
I don't remember it being this, but I haven't watched Wheel of Fortune in years.
So it used to be, instead of winning money, you won prizes. And you could pick the prize you want, but it was all garbage. It's the same stuff that you would re-gift or sell at the garage sale. And you would just see these people like, I'll take the gold-plated hamster. Oh, yeah. $5,000 buy. And it's like, it sucks.
Well, when I was a kid, I always got a little jacked up about the things.
Gold-plated, not just a gold hamster.
No, gold-plated hamster.
I would take a gold hamster.
Right. Things that I knew the prices of, and then they put them up there. So, like, at the time, I did not have an Atari 2600, but I watched Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
That was one of the prizes.
Oh, all right.
I knew for a fact that Santa Claus could go to Kmart that year and buy me that console. It was always priced at $130. I knew that because I walked by it no less than every single time that I went to that store, and that's what I wanted for Christmas. Now, when I watched Wheel of Fortune, they said it was $175. And I'm like, it's not $175. I can get on to Kmart right now and pick that bad boy up for $130. So I always used to get pissed at the prizes where I knew the price, when it was bicycles and different things.
Right.
Things that I wanted. I'm like, you are jacking the price way up on this. Like, it's not a $10,000 total prize package, probably more like $8,000. It's making it seem like it's more.
You'd have been a great contestant.
Now I got to pay taxes on overinflated items.
Right.
If I win them, you jackasses. Your third choice would be The Price is Right. We're going to assume that you come on down.
Mm-hmm.
I've had numerous friends that actually have gone down to tapings of Price is Right. 2 in college, as a matter of fact. They made it along. One guy, Skip, I knew I played football with. He was wearing his jersey.
Skip.
They called him on down. I'm pretty sure they eyeball you when you walk in there.
They do.
I think they eyeball, like, they walk up and down the line. Like, I feel like people before you get in there if you're going down.
Right.
Well, they definitely know. I mean, by the time you're seated, they already know who they're bringing in.
Right. But let's assume that you make it down.
When you do, I would be terrible with this game. It's one thing if you say the price of a car. I can figure that one out. But if you're saying a gallon of milk, my wife would crush. Right. And she would probably correct them. Actually, you guys are off by a penny, right? Because that's how she is. But I would be terrible at that.
Has Drew Carey ever been arrested for anything? Do we know? Like just something stupid?
Didn't he get busted with a prostitute or something?
He's pretty open about prostitutes and stuff. I assume he might have got arrested before.
What I'm saying is, like, if you wore a a T-shirt of his mugshot,
yeah,
would they allow you into the facility? Would he say
the main thing is you can't have logos?
Right.
But that's just Drew Carey's mugshot.
They might, because Drew Carey doesn't care. Like you said, he's so open about it. Look, I like hookers. That's my thing. I have a sex dungeon in my house. What else do you want to know? It's going to work
one of two ways. You're either going to get down there, or you're going to get kicked out before the taping even starts, or told to turn your shirt inside out.
Well, and remember, Drew Carey's a minority owner of the Seattle Sounders FC.
Right.
So I have some friends. One of them got on, but they were very specific. Like, you can't wear, like, Sounders gear because it has, like, the Adidas logos all over it.
Oh, right.
So they just kind of made
Sounders?
So they made kind of Sounders shirts that weren't, like, official.
I got you.
And Drew definitely, like, one of them got on.
Okay, all right. So there's definitely a strategy on how you dress, and that is important.
Yeah.
But we're going to surpass all that. You're just going to be able to come on down and play The Price is Right. Price is Right also is one of those games where if you get up there and you bid correctly, you're not sure of the game you're going to play.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always the wild card in that. At least with Wheel of Fortune, you understand the game. With Jeopardy, you understand the game. Price is Right. There's 20, 30 games that you could ultimately
Are there any
playing.
new ones, or are they still doing, like, the Plinkos and all that kind of thing? Again, I have not seen the show in 8 million years.
I mean, Plinko's the GOAT.
Yeah.
So Plinko's still got to be there. They add some new ones, but you still have the putting game.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
And you got the yodeling dude.
Boy, that would be fun.
Yeah.
If I got the putting game and just missed everyone horribly.
That would be funnier just because you golf so much.
Yeah, that would be horrible.
By the way, what's his name was a shark at that game.
Who's that?
Bob Barker.
Oh, yeah. He never missed
Like, he would always line up and be like, oh, I'm going to go from as far away as I can and just knock it down.
Drain it. Well, you know what? There was probably a reason that he was in Happy Gilmore. He probably golfed quite a bit. So,
I mean, that guy looks like, if you were like, guy that golfs, you put up a picture of Bob Barker.
I live in Burbank, California. I'm a game show host. I golf.
He's the guy that has a cart, but, you know, his drink is in a glass and not a plastic. Like, he seems like that guy.
Yeah.
Where you can hear the ice in the cup, you know what I mean? And finally,
he's got like a Mercedes-Benz or a Cadillac golf cart.
One of those.
I'm sure.
The final game, Survivor.
Nope.
Season 48. I believe, did Sarah from Daily Migs, did she say that she wanted to either be on the show?
She wants to be on Survivor. I thought she was joking.
I think they all submitted tapes.
I'm sure they did. But Sarah, like, she's straight up about it. She's like, no, dude, seriously, I want to go on Survivor. And I even told, because she said, do you think I would do well? And it's that uncomfortable pause. And I said, no, I don't. And she's like, I appreciate your honesty, but why not? I said, because I know you. And what I know of Survivor, I don't know that she is built for that environment.
She almost gassed everyone in the house because she didn't know how to boil water. I don't think...
maybe Survivor's not the game for you.
I think that
Make your own shelter. There's no chance.
I just don't see her like turning on people and like not letting the allegiance be known. Because that's part of it. You got to kind of backstab each other.
Yeah.
I believe.
I think she has
I believe it's. I think they're in Fiji, and it's believe it or not, season 48. So this is more strategy than anything else. If you know the game,
sure.
But the difference is, I don't know how long they tape, but you're going to be down for a weekend in L.A. with Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, and Price is Right. If you're playing Survivor, you're going to be maybe a couple months on an island. In Fiji.
It sounds nice, but you're not in Fiji the way if you said you want to take a trip
that.
to Fiji, my belief would be that we're going to stay in a hotel and do things. If when we got to Fiji, you said, look, we don't have a hotel, we don't have money, we're going to walk into the jungle and try to survive, I'd be pissed.
All right, well, I haven't watched Survivor in years. Are they staying in a tent, or do they go back to their hotel when the taping's done? So the contestants, I mean,
you still got to stay.
No, they got to stay out there, man.
Yeah,
it's still somewhat extreme
because the taping is kind of 24 hours. And then they edit down whatever they're going to show on TV.
Okay.
But, I mean, you're just out there, man. When you get booted off the island, then maybe you go back to the hotel.
Because they never explain the time frame that those people are in that situation. So you see the season as it is. I don't know. Are they there for a month? Are they there for a couple of weeks? How rigorous is this as far as your personal? I know for a fact, just from the first few episodes, it seemed like all those guys got ridiculously skinny.
Right. So you got to be there a hot minute, man, because everyone loses and has a ton of weight. Well, you guys were both Boy Scouts, Mike being an Eagle Scout and all. How do you think you would do, not the backstabbing part and all that, but just your scout-learned survival skills in the jungles of Fiji?
I feel like I'd be able to hold my own for a hot minute there.
Okay.
I think you would learn as you go. Because, look, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, you know how to navigate the Pacific Northwest. Not that nature doesn't do what nature does, but you have a pretty good idea of what could possibly happen. Mm-hmm. One thing you don't need to worry about is a rattlesnake or a venomous snake, or there's certain things that make it. You just know your environment better, So I went hiking in the mountains in Puerto Rico, right, and it was in a rainforest, and the one thing they kept, please do not, as much as you do anything, look down, but always look up because of the poisonous snakes that hang from the trees. So that is awful. That's an element where you go, oh,
venomous.
Never thought of that one.
You wouldn't think that.
That's not that's not my normal environment. So whatever that environment is in Fiji, you'd have to learn to adapt based on what's going on around you. But those basic skills, they'll still come into play, I think, from there.
Sure.
But that doesn't change the fact that
you're going to be mauled by insects. That seems to be a universal thing. Doesn't matter where they are.
Right. Think about that video you saw of the guy in the Amazon.
Oh my God!
It was the insects.
The ants or the caterpillars ripping his tent apart.
Everything. It was
this guy was in a canvas tent, and the insects were literally ripping, and you're watching them just eat a hole in his tent, and he's kind of freaking out. It wasn't raining outside, too? So it's raining outside. There's more bugs outside, so even if I leave my tent, then I'm attacked by everything else. But these ants they're eating my freaking tent.
Right. And besides the millipedes and centipedes that are coming in there, everything's just coming in there that's not eating stuff to get dry.
Right.
So the tarantulas are coming in to stay dry. All the big bugs, they don't want to be on that crap either. If they can find shelter.
And I forget the name of those ants, but they were just dismantling his tent.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely just took this thing apart. Like you said, every other creature in the jungle is now joining you in the tent. This guy's just freaking out.
Well, look when I was in Africa. They said, look, before you get into bed, pull your sheets back and look thoroughly in your bed.
For?
You name it.
Oh, really?
Snake?
So it wasn't like any one thing?
Hey, it's warm. It's in a dry environment. Snakes can get into just about anything. Tarantulas, bugs, they can get into anything. Scorpions can get into stuff. So you just shoes. Do not leave your shoes outside. Why don't you leave your shoes outside the door? Because you don't want to put your foot on in that shoe and not know what could possibly be in that shoe.
I would not leave my shoes outside in Africa. That just sounds like a really, really bad idea.
So whatever that element is in Fiji,
you know what I mean? I dare you to put your shoes outside.
You're just saying wherever. The whole continent. Never leaving them outside?
The continent, man. Because, look, they got different stuff. Australia and Africa, no. Yeah. There's zero chance.
You can leave them outside of Morocco.
I feel like someone would just steal them there. But in Morocco, they're just going to be gone.
Overall, just don't leave them outside.
Yeah. I'm curious.
You know what? I'll be dead honest with you. I had a pair of, they were an older pair of tennis shoes, right? I always kind of keep the same brand.
Yeah.
But I had stepped in dog S. Mm-hmm. Same thing. I left them outside overnight. Somebody stole them.
They're covered in dog ass.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of funny story. My kid, they have a ski bus through the school, right? So after school on Fridays, This bus takes them up to, I don't know which mountain. But anyway, they go skiing. It was like 40 kids. So there's a big to-do. It's either last week or 2 weeks ago. A dog had pooped directly outside of the school. One of the kids didn't realize it, stepped directly in it, then tracked it through the bus.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, and that was the ride up there.
Oh,
yeah,
the
dude.
heat shrinking. That's disgusting.
Yeah, my son was like, it was the worst ride of my life.
So the winner of Survivor gets $1 million.
Yes.
The runner-up receives $100,000, and third place gets $85,000. Contestants also receive a $10,000 payment for appearing on a reunion show.
Okay.
So when they all get back together at the end,
You get a little something.
they all get $10,000 for that. So you have a chance to win $1 million. So you're going to be a contestant. What are you picking on our men's room poll? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor? We'll come back and play the game known as Big Dummy next.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Wow.
What's up?
I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Okay, here we go. Game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Krista. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Krista.
Hola. Krista, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Sober.
Sober, Krista.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, welcome to Big Dummy, Krista. Okay, you're going to be a contestant on a game show. Which one are you picking? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
You know, I was originally going to do Price is Right, but I think I'm going to do Survivor.
Survivor.
Really? What do you think your advantage is if you're on Survivor?
I have no idea.
Okay. Just want to go to Fiji.
Great strategy, yeah.
I get a feeling Krista's like, ready, fire, aim.
Right? You know, it's really nerve-wracking waiting to talk to you guys, too, by the way.
Why is it nerve-wracking?
I don't know. I was getting so much anxiety just waiting.
You live in a sketchy neighborhood.
No, I'm driving right now. Well, I'm delivering right now. Me and my boyfriend do deliveries.
All right. Very cool.
Anyway.
Worried about you on Survivor now.
So basically what you're saying is you drive and he jumps out of the car and takes packages.
No, he drives and I jump out and do packages.
Okay.
All right. All right, Krista.
I have noticed if you order sometimes on like food delivery service, like it shows you the picture and you're like, that's kind of a cute chick. But almost every time there's a dude in the car with him.
Oh, yeah, because that's kind of a cute chick.
Yeah.
All right, Krista. We're not talking about you, of course. I'm sure you're incredibly ugly. All right.
Oh, geez.
Here is your question. In what sport is the ball 40 millimeters in diameter and weighs 2.7 grams?
I have no idea. I feel so dumb. Baseball? I have no clue.
I'll say basketball.
How about a golf ball?
Close. Table tennis.
All right, yeah.
So
that's
40 millimeters in diameter, 2.7
That's so
grams.
light.
It's super light. Although it does hurt when you get hit in the face. I'm saying that for my son.
You got to move.
He's got this one kind of like death hit that he can do, right?
Yeah.
But when he whiffs on it, it ends up hitting me. And it's amazing that a 2.7 gram ball hurts as bad as it does. All right, your question. What U.S. city is dubbed, among other things, the Valley of 10,000 Buffets?
I have no clue.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
The Valley of 10,000
Is that a dated
buffets.
reference a little bit?
Maybe.
Probably.
But think about where is the buffet capital of the United States, Krista? You see more buffets there than anywhere.
I don't know. Seattle.
Las Vegas.
They have a lot less, though, anymore.
They do have a lot less.
Yeah.
Still more than anywhere I can think of. All right.
It was Vegas?
It was Las Vegas. Yep.
That was kind of a thing back in the day. Like, Vegas has turned more into, like, entertainment. You go see shows and stuff. But it used to be you went, you gambled, and then you went to the buffet.
Not even a restaurant, the buffet.
Look, they would give you a deal on the buffet because they wanted you to spend the money on the tables and in the machines.
Right.
So they would do
I saw Holly Madison there once.
$9.99 buffet, and you'd be like, all right, well, you're still going to go drop, $100 somewhere else.
Wait, you said Holly Madison. Was she the Playboy Playmate?
Yeah, she was like the main girlfriend, I think. She had a show there called, God, I don't remember what it was called, but it was at Planet Hollywood.
Okay. I would have gone there for Holly Madison.
Yeah. She's really short.
I feel like I should remember the name of that. It was like striptease or something.
Yeah, something. I can't remember what it was.
That sounds familiar. I like that you came away saying she's really short. Okay.
She is.
I just never thought she was the hottest out of the three.
I agree. She seemed to be the smartest, kind of the saddest out of the three, but definitely not
If you
the
had a T-shirt shop on the Strip, I'd name it Striptease.
Oh, that's perfect,
At least people
man.
would go in.
Perfect.
Oh, this is not what I thought.
Oh, it was called Peep Show. Peep Show. That's what it was called.
Peep Show. Yep, there we go.
Yep.
A lot of hot Hollies.
Holly typically is a name. If you named your kid Holly, your daughter's going to be hot. There was even a chick that I used to work with named Holly. It's back in Baltimore in the restaurant business. She was missing 3 teeth, and I swear to God, she was still hot. And everyone felt weird because I'm like, man, is it just me? They're like, no, dude, it's not you. And she would smile and talk, and I'm like, look, there's no teeth in her mouth. But
Holly Robinson Pete?
Yep. She was hot.
Yeah.
They're still married?
I think so. I knew a dog named Holly, too.
It's cute.
Oh, beautiful dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
All right, Krista, your question. In the late 1990s, what candy bar used the ad slogan, quote, 2 for me, none for you?
Twix.
Boom.
Nice job.
Yeah, nice.
Look at that big brain on Krista.
Davis Big W, 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Cody. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Cody, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober. Drinking Jack Daniel's honey.
Jack Daniel's honey.
You know, that pairs pretty good with the men's room IPA.
Yes, it does.
I wish I could. I live in Mass.
You live where?
Massachusetts.
Nah.
Oh, all right.
Where do you live in Massachusetts?
Right now, Waltham. I grew up in Wilmington, a little bit North Shore.
All right.
Okay. All right, Cody, what are you going to be a contestant on? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
Jeopardy, Alex.
How do you think you would do? Keep in mind, and it's one thing playing on the couch, because you only remember the ones that you got right. You don't lose any money if you're wrong, but now you're against 2 people that, generally speaking, are pretty freaking smart.
Oh, I kill it in Celebrity Jeopardy, but regular Jeopardy, I get destroyed.
Yes. Ted, you were on a show with Ken Jennings, weren't you?
I was.
What? Was it Almost Live? Not Almost Live. It was...
Was it Almost Live? At that point, I think it was called the 206.
The 206, with John Keister still hosting, and Ken Jennings was on there.
Correct.
Well, did you guys play a game together, or were you...
Basically, he was still kind of, like, off the fame of, like, being the longest contestant ever.
Yeah.
So it was like we all went out and, like, asked him a random question. It's like me, like Graz, that's on radio for years, he was on there too.
Yeah.
And then also I ran into him backstage at a taping of some comedian's thing, like back in the day with like the Rev.
Huh.
Yeah. Ken Jennings is a interesting dude.
He's got big feet, too.
Does he?
Yeah. Look, when they bring him out as host, I'm telling you, just for whatever reason, I was like, brother's got big feet. So if it's true, the big feet mean a big penis.
Big brain.
I'm telling you, Ken Jennings, and I don't know if it's true, hung like a horse. Dude's got huge feet, I'm telling you. All right, Cody, here is your question. In Greek mythology, whose father created the labyrinth? He should have created better wings.
Is it Zeus?
Icarus.
Oh.
That's the reason I threw in the wing thing.
My head just went chicken wings.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like,
Chicken wings.
yeah. I was trying
I created the labyrinth and also a recipe for chicken wings.
Would you eat Icarus wings?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn right.
So what was the song The Flight of Icarus from Maiden about?
The Flight of Icarus?
Yeah.
He got
didn't
too
get
close
there.
to the sun, right, and came crashing back down.
Oh,
to
I
the
didn't know
ground.
the story.
Yeah, look, man, I love Maiden. I think they're a great band, but they essentially were a group of nerds. Because every song they sang, I mean, Dune, Quest for Fire, The Flight of Icarus, basically, if it's a literary work, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, like they turned into this rocking song, and you were almost upset, like, I'm learning stuff.
Right, the point of Icarus is like, know your limits.
Yeah, that's exactly it. What is that, a parable, I believe they call it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. All right, Cody, your question. What did Peking, China change its name to?
Peking, China?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They still have the duck, but they don't.
Yeah, you still get Peking Duck, but the name of the city has changed.
Pure Death, Bangkok.
Is it Beijing?
It's Beijing.
Oh, Beijing.
Yeah, so they changed it from Peking to... Why can't I get Beijing Duck? You know, give it the times, man.
Beijing duck.
All right, your question. What is Clark planning on spending his Christmas bonus on in the movie Christmas Vacation?
Not a trip to Wally World. It's a, is it a new heating system?
No,
it's a pool.
Swimming pool.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Dang it.
You ever go out to the Cape?
I have. I haven't gone to your cousin's store yet. Next time I go out, I do plan on going there.
Go in the summertime, man. Go hit the Smith Family Beer Garden, Smith Family Popcorn.
Do you think that our friend Cody here will get like a family discount if he name drops your ass?
It depends. How
Cody,
he's working.
You tell him.
Oh, really?
Cody, doesn't matter. You tell him that. See what happens.
Say, hey,
just roll with it.
I listened to Ted in Seattle. Like, oh, yeah. And he told me that if I say his name, you guys give me 10% off. Now, he never said that, but just see if they honor it.
Buy one, get one free beer.
I will definitely say that.
Okay.
Well, and Miles, their beer garden has what our other buddy, like whatever the beer is, it's just always like Smith Gold.
Okay. Yeah. It's really Genesee.
Yeah, say Pabst, right?
It's something. It's not like the men's room where we had a brewery make something specific for us.
Or they just like go to the store.
I don't know. Well, they're pimping it all the time.
Don't ask questions.
Smith Gold.
Look out.
See if you can get a Smith Gold beer T-shirt, man. That would be awesome. All right.
I will definitely try.
Mike Judge is best known for creating what two popular characters?
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge.
Cartoon-wise, TV
Yes.
or movie?
Animated.
Animated.
Huge back in the day.
Spider-Man and Deadpool.
You are so close.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
Damn it.
You were right there.
Question 5.
Question number 5. What state is known as the Bear State, the Toothpick State, and the Razorback State?
Arkansas.
All right.
Yeah. And that is why I added Razorback State.
Yeah.
The Toothpick State.
Have you seen the new Razorback they got at half court?
No. What, the new logo you mean?
Yeah. It's like foaming at the mouth.
Oh, really?
So it's a rabid razor.
I guess so. I didn't really notice it. My buddy was like, it hasn't always been that angry. And I go, I think it's been pretty angry.
I mean, it's a Razorback.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. Hola. Tom, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll. You're going to be a contestant. What show are you going on? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Let's meet our contestants.
Johnny Gilbert. That's the guy's name.
Tom.
Tom. All right, Tom, here's your question. What cold body of water does the Yukon River empty into?
I don't know. I'm going to say the Pacific Ocean.
Baltic Sea?
The Bering Sea.
Bering Sea, not Baltic.
Yeah, Baltic. That's a big-ass river.
Miles.
Well, I got the wrong beat.
And continent.
I just messed up the names, okay?
You are dumb.
Idiot.
Dumbass.
Just thinking about, Yukon Jack. Got distracted.
All right, your question. What is the largest cat in the Western Hemisphere? What is the largest cat? Mike, you're on fire.
I'm going to say mountain lion. North American mountain lion.
Black Panther?
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
I mean,
Jaguar.
depends on which Black Panther.
No, that brother was big.
Right. I mean, had to be 6'3", 6'4", 250. Just stuck.
Sitting there like this.
Ain't just 350 like it's nothing.
Yeah, I've never been so happy to just be called white boy. Whatever you say, sir.
So leopards are in South America or North America?
Yeah, the Jaguars are in South America.
South America.
Yes.
Okay, Jaguar.
And Jacksonville. Yeah. But those are weak Jaguars that anyone can
Why are
beat.
they so popular as far as being an animal in England?
The Jaguar?
Yeah.
Maybe because the car company?
I think the car company's English.
Right, but he also named the team in Jacksonville after a Jaguar because that was like that's
because he's an English dude that owns the team,
that's what I'm
right?
saying. What is
Yeah, but he bought that team, right?
Right, he did buy it after the fact. So he's the second owner, I believe.
Right,
Second
so
or
they
third
were
owner.
already the Jaguars.
Okay, gotcha.
The Jaguars.
Maybe the ones over there are tiny. You ever see, like...
A teeny tiny English Jaguar.
Well, you ever seen, like, an English badger? It's kind of cute. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm a badger.
Yeah, because you guys told me to
and
Google it.
then when you, like, look at the American one, it's like, I'll rip your face off.
I will kill you.
Yeah. So maybe the English Jaguar, he's a little more posh.
Yeah, it's the posh English Jaguar, also known as a house cat.
I hunt at night.
When nobody's looking. All right, your question. General Sherman ordered the burning of what city in 1864?
Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Nice job.
Because it wasn't hot enough already.
I'm a big Sherman guy. We went over this on the podcast.
Big Sherman guy?
I am. The Civil War sucked. They weren't going to give up, so Sherman was just like, all right, we're done playing. Like, burn it. Right? As we march to the sea, we're going to burn all your crops. We're going to burn down your houses. We're going to burn down your goddamn city. It's like, stop. Stop it.
That's effective.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's the same thing that happened in Germany, right? What happened with the Nazis was awful, and citizens did get hurt, but I don't blame the U.S. or the Russians for being like, we're going to bomb the S out of Berlin. Like, we're tired of it.
We're sick of this.
Knock it off, man.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 round.
Hello, Derek. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Derek, sober or not sober?
I'm currently working. I am sober.
All right, Derek, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, Paul, you're going to be on a contestant on a game show. You taking Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
So I thought about this for a while. I'm going to pick Survivor because my mom gave me PTSD with all the game time, like television when I was a kid.
So you want something different?
All right.
Yeah.
By the way, our more astute listeners, first of all, they'll let us know that Black Panthers are, in fact, Jaguars.
Okay.
Oh.
Also, there's Jaguars in Mexico, which I should have known because they have Jaguar imagery everywhere every time I go down. They've been spotted in New Mexico. They've been spotted in Florida, South Carolina, and have been seen in Arizona. All right, moving on.
What about the English one, the fancy one?
Yeah, no one has any comment on the teeny tiny posh English Jaguar.
That's because it's always in the shop.
No kidding.
Hey there.
Hello, I'm a Jaguar. Your question. What band sang the song Original Prankster?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's a favorite, The Offspring.
Damn.
All right, one and done. Hold on before we let you go. Let's see. True or false? Most people only breathe out of one nostril at a time.
I find myself focusing right now. True.
Well done.
I'll be damned.
85% of people. Yeah, so like when you get a stuffy nose and you're like, why does it keep shifting sides? That's basically it. Your body does that all the time. You only really notice when your nose is stuffy.
More of Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
Low-carb, keto, yo-yo diets, GLP-1 injections, but you're never going to lose weight if your liver is clogged with fat. So what can you do? It's simple. Almaced. Almaced is a natural superfood protein shake that uses natural amino acids and bioactive peptides to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism so it's easier to lose weight. And it's been scientifically proven to preserve muscle mass. Join millions who have transformed their lives with Almaced. Find out more and see the university studies at almaced.com. That's ALMASED.com.
At Cardinal Heating and Air, we elevate your comfort with expert HVAC solutions in the greater Seattle area. Our decades of experience have fostered lasting relationships built on quality service. Whether you need AC repair, heating repair, routine maintenance, a new installation, or an emergency fix, you can trust Cardinal Heating and Air, now offering electrical services. Experience the exceptional service and peace of mind that Cardinal Heating and Air delivers today and for years to come.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit Condor.com today.
Hey, what's the easiest way to find out what channel the game's on? Sports on What? Subscribe to the Sports on What app and quickly find the channel for every provider. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Download today.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our next contestant ready to play the big game?
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, Bichola.
Hola. Matt, sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, Matt. Welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our Men's Room poll, you're going to pick a game show to be a contestant on. You taking Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
Definitely not Wheel of Fortune. I can't spell to save my life. Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
I've been playing every week, and I kind of feel like it helps.
Well, I also don't think you could do Survivor.
That would suck. All right, Matt, here's
your sunburnt in like 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
First contestant out. All right, Matt, here's your question. What is the capital of New Zealand?
The only thing I can think of is Christchurch or whatever when that shooting happened a few years ago, and I don't think that's it.
Is it Auckland?
Nope.
No.
I'm out. Those are the two cities I know.
So there's Christchurch, there's Auckland, there's one other place. We've asked this question before. I don't know why no one
can't remember the name of it.
Is it another new whatever?
No, it is Wellington.
Wellington. Beef Wellington.
Yes. Beef.
I've never had beef Wellington. Have you ever had
Is that
beef?
the one that's wrapped in puff pastry?
Yeah. It's delicious, but I've never had one.
I've had it once, and actually, Katie, the chick you met at the concert,
Yeah.
she hooked us up with it about a year ago, man. She just brought it over, and I'm like, wow. It is very good. It
looks
very
good.
filling.
It is. And I don't like mushrooms, but I like a Wellington.
Dude, it's pretty tremendous. All right, Matt, your question. What video game console brought Pac-Man to home consoles?
Oh, this is an easy one. Atari.
It was Atari.
It was, in fact,
It
Atari.
was absolutely one of the most horrible video games ever made.
What, Pac-Man?
For the Atari 2600. Mike, look up a picture of Atari 2600 Pac-Man, and you cannot believe that people actually went and paid $50 for this thing in 1985.
The game was. I never enjoyed Pac-Man. It was all the rage. I just never enjoyed it, man. I don't hate it. I'm just like, I'm chasing fruit and there's ghosts.
I played it, but I'm with you. I was never upset. Some people are obsessed with it.
And my wife was Ms. Pac-Man.
That's what it looked like.
God, that is horrible.
I mean, it was.
But those were video games back then, man.
That's what we had.
Uh-huh.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores. Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Sober today.
Sober, Matt. All right, Matt. What are you going to be a contestant on? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
Jeopardy for sure.
All right, Matt, here's your question. Pocket monsters are better known by what name?
Yeah.
Penises.
My first thought.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, no. I got nothing.
Pocket monsters.
Pocket monsters. You've heard of these things.
It's actually a condensed version of Pocket Monsters.
You
What
take
they're
Pocket,
called.
you take Monster, you get a Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
In Jamaica, that means you want to have sex.
Pokemon.
With Iman.
With Pokemon.
Pokemon.
But a pocket has nothing to do with the game.
Well,
Well,
they're
fits in your
pocket monsters.
pocket.
Because they're supposed to be teeny tiny little fellas.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Now, what they do in your pockets, we don't talk about that.
Groovy.
Are you playing pocket pool with yourself over there?
Yes, I am. All right, your question. In what organ of the human body would you find the fovea? The fovea.
Jeez. I'll just go the brain.
That's what I was going to guess.
Not the brain, your eyes.
Phobia.
The fovea. All right. What metal is the visible surface of the Statue of Liberty made of?
Not worth much.
No.
Iron?
Nope. For iron, it would be red. It's copper, which oxidizes green.
I was going to say, it's probably worth a lot, isn't it?
Well, I can't believe someone hasn't stolen that
Yeah.
thing and sold it for scrap yet.
Oh, yeah, true
I mean,
enough.
seriously, people all about the copper, like, the Statue of Liberty has been snatched.
Just go get a cutting torch.
Stealing the Statue of Liberty. All right, your question. Inu is the Japanese word for what animal?
Inu.
Inu. I-N-U.
I don't speak much Japanese.
What? You uncultured swine.
Crazy, I know. A llama.
Dog?
A dog.
A dog.
Hence the Shibu Inu.
Question 5,
The Shibu
Matt.
dog.
Yeah, Shibu Inu now, huh? It just sounds like this always here. Is that a Shibu Inu?
Shibu Inu.
Is it nice? Can I pet it?
I'll pet your Shibu Inu. How does that sound dirty? I want to pet your Shibu Inu.
Baby.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy.
All right, your question. From what bird do we get the... what the hell? From what bird do we get the meat known as squab?
I think it's pigeon.
You got it.
You are
Nice
correct,
job,
sir.
Matt. Very good. Very good. Big W is the game. 206-803-ROCK.
Does a squab have to be a baby pigeon?
I don't know.
Like, if I walk out on the street and the club went over the head and cook it up, am I serving you squab or should I call it pigeon?
I believe it's smaller because when we had the pigeon in Germany, it was squab on the menu.
Right. And they're teeny tiny little things.
It does say squab is an immature domestic pigeon, typically under 4 weeks
Immature.
old.
Boo!
It was a little teeny tiny thing.
Just grow up, dude.
Come on, man. You're being immature.
Took me a minute though to take a bite. I'm like, all right,
It was very...
I know what I'm doing
Red.
here, but
Pigeon veal.
I'm just going to eat it.
Dude, but pigeons served all over the world.
Oh, no.
A lot of places, they like cook them up and then you break them open and fill them with rice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't do it here. They're all over the place and no one really likes them.
Yeah.
And you just grab them off the street, throw them on the grill, and have yourself a happy July 4th. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Justin, sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Justin, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, the men's room poll, you're going to be a contestant. Pick the show. Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor.
Just to shove in Sarah's face, let's go ahead and do Survivor.
Now, see, I thought Wheel of Fortune and Price is Right would be the natural answers on this. We had not one contestant pick either one of those games.
That's what I absolutely thought. All right, here's your question. What is a group of bears known as? A group of bears. A good time if you play your cards right.
I was about to say, let's see.
Bottom of the NFC Central. Or North, or whatever.
There you go.
North. North? Yeah. No.
Yeah. Miles is stuck in baseball right here.
Yeah.
Oh, for QB's go to die. Let's see. I have no idea, Pack.
What's
Is
that?
it a pack?
A pack?
A den?
Nope.
A covenant.
I got nothing.
No.
A congregation.
If you see a group of bears, you're looking at a sleuth of bears. Sleuth.
As in detective.
Yes. See, when they get together, they solve crime.
Who came up with these?
I don't know. I mean, some of it makes sense when you look at it.
Right.
They kind of go, okay, that's kind of funny how they make these associated. But a sleuth.
They do solve crime, though.
What, bears?
That's how they figured out Goldilocks was upstairs.
And what's in that picnic basket?
Did they solve a crime or did they just go home and there's some chick sleeping in their bed? You didn't solve anything. There's an intruder in your house. Although, to be fair, bears have figured out the best toilet paper to wipe their ass without getting dingleberries.
Yes, they have.
Mm-hmm.
And how to prevent forest fires.
And how to prevent forest fires. Yeah, that's a good point. They are pretty smart.
Smokey put a lot of pressure on me back in the day, man.
Yeah.
Only me.
Only you.
Only you.
Only you. All right, Justin, a multiple choice question for you. Who was president when Prohibition was imposed back in 1920? Was it Calvin Coolidge, Theodore Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, or Herbert Hoover?
Oh, let's see. Would that be Woodrow?
What's that?
Woodrow?
Is that Woodrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow
Good.
Wilson.
Very good.
I couldn't tell what he was saying.
Well, he calls him Woodrow.
Yeah, just Woodrow.
Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 round.
Hello, Lindsay. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. Lindsay, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Team sober. I'm at work.
All right, Lindsay. Is that your coworker talking in the background?
Who do you have hostage?
No, they're here, but the radio's on too. So.
All right, turn it down.
Can you tell them to turn down the radio because you're doing important stuff?
We turned it down.
Excellent.
Right. Thank you, Lindsay. All right, you're going to be a contestant on a game show. What are you taking? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
I'm going to do Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
No one ever does it.
There we go.
You know, I scream that when I orgasm. Somebody here says the reason no one eats pigeons in the U.S. is because most pigeons live in a city and they eat nasty trash. Most places that eat pigeon are eating field pigeon. All right, listen. I hear what you're saying. Crabs are delicious. You know what they eat? Garbage.
Lobster.
Shrimp are delicious. You know what they eat? Pigs eat any freaking thing. I'm telling you, the worse the diet of the animal, the more convinced I am they'd be delicious. We might have, like, just the culinary
clams,
climax
mussels,
walking. Right.
All those things eat crap.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm telling you, if you tell me this animal has a horrible diet, that is an animal that I want to eat. That's all I'm saying. Like, if I were a cannibal, I would only go after people that are eating junk food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eating no vegan.
You ain't going to catch the vegan either.
Yeah. All right. Here is your question. The moon Io orbits what planet?
Pluto.
Not a planet. Neptune?
Jupiter.
Neptune, okay.
No, it's Jupiter.
I don't know why I said Pluto.
Well, Pluto does have a moon. It's one of the,
Sure.
size-wise, they're almost twins.
Mm-hmm.
They apparently have crashed into each other.
Yeah, that is their belief.
Yeah. Robin's racing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, seriously, they got a picture of it. Looks like the bottom of a snowman. Two balls.
That's a different asteroid. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that's a little bit farther out than Pluto because, of course, I know this. But
well, the asteroid, there is two balls, but when the moon...
It looks like a peanut, kind of.
And Pluto got together for a little while, they look like two balls. So maybe that was the sun, the offspring.
Kind of like the stress balls.
Yeah, the smaller ones.
All right, your question. Mount Everest is located on the border of the Chinese region of Tibet and what other country?
Can you repeat that one more time?
I sure can. Mount Everest
Thank you.
is located on the border of the Chinese region of Tibet and what other country?
Oh, snap.
Wait a minute.
I don't even know.
Are you
No
talking
idea.
about the side of it? Like which side it's on, like the south side compared to the north side?
Basically, yeah. Okay, it's Tibet and what other country?
I have no idea. Pass.
Well, India's a marketer. It's an HR thing.
Again, bedroom colors. Here are the 7 words you
That
can't
dirty
say
mouth.
on the radio.
Primary.
Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
Pakistan?
No brown words. No brown words.
You got the south end, which is India, and then you got the north side, which is Nepal.
Nepal.
Oh.
Okay.
Nepalese. Is that
Some
Nepalese?
people call it nipple. Nepal. Is it Nepal? Is it
Napoleons?
Napoleons?
Now that I'm saying it, is that Nepalese? Nepalese?
Are they Nepalese or is that like
Well, that's what you say
Italian?
at a bar when you don't believe what they're saying. Nepalese.
Nepali.
It is Nepali.
They're the Nepali.
What's up, Nepali? Nepali want a cracker. That's why I don't go to Nepal, see. All right, Lindsay, your question. How long is a fortnight?
There's enough of those there.
How long is a fortnight?
A fortnight, yes.
2 yards.
Is it 7
That
days?
is my favorite answer of the day. It's 2 weeks
two
or
weeks.
14 days.
Lindsay, where do you work?
I'm flagging that.
I work at the shipyard in Bremerton, Washington.
Okay. Did you feel the earthquake the other day?
The one that they said about today, actually. No, I did not. I was actually getting up for work. I wonder if that's when my daughter woke up.
Well,
But I didn't.
So there was one yesterday and then one again today?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit.
It's rumbling.
All right, your question. What is the name of Earth's moon? What is the name of Earth's moon?
I don't know. Hold on.
What do you mean, hold on?
Well, what are you doing?
Earth, moon. Wouldn't it be between moon?
Yeah, what is the name?
What's the name of it, though?
She's like, she said, would it just be moon?
Yeah, like your son.
Oh, your
If you have a son. He's got a name.
Luna. Ah, Lindsay, you're crushing it
my
today.
God.
Is it just moon?
I'm definitely crushing it.
I mean, she's not wrong. We
questions
never
deep.
call it Luna.
Luna. We just call it the moon.
The moon.
I mean, but do you look at your daughter and call her, come here, the daughter? I mean, it's just not.
I think Earth should have a different name for a while.
That what?
How often do we look at the moon and be like, Luna?
Well, that's where you get lunatic from, right? The idea the full moon makes people
that's
crazy.
true.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Luna.
What up, Luna?
What's up, Luna? Tick. If you spread it out, it's not as insulting.
So Nelly and his group, the St. Lunatics, it's not because they're from St. Louis. It's they're big fans of the moon?
Maybe. You have to ask Nelly. He probably, dumbass, to come from St. Louis. All right. Your question, what is the name of the Scooby-Doo gang's van?
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo band.
The Scooby-Doo van, V-A-N.
Wasn't it just called the van?
Yeah, van.
Yeah, the one they drove around it.
Oh, my goodness. I watched that as a kid, too.
The Shag Wagon.
I want to say there might be one in town. There was for a while. That
Yeah,
used to see
somebody-
driving
When
around.
I lived in Enumclaw, there was somebody who would go to the high school and they had this van.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Isn't it the Mystery Machine?
Lindsay.
There it is.
Finally got in your wheelhouse.
Lindsay was outstanding. What does she say, 2 yards?
Yeah. Don't worry, we're going to hear it
How
again.
long is a
a
fortnight? 2 yards.
2 yards.
It's pretty long. 6 feet. Big Dummy is a game. 206-803 round.
It's third in a fortnight.
Hello, Bill. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Bill, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Not sober.
What are you doing? Drinking a men's room IPA there, Bill?
I wish. I'm drinking a red wine blend out of a box.
You know when it's payday. All right, Bill. You're going to be a contestant. Are you taking Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
Come on down.
All right, Price is Right.
Pretty sweet baseline.
Do you have the box of wine on your counter? You just walk over and pour a drink whenever you want?
Out of the spout?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I use a coffee cup.
Why not, man?
It's getting classier.
Man, oh, man.
Why not?
What's your brand of box wine? Do you have a preference?
Well, whatever's on sale, right? It's a box wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're drinking it out of a coffee cup. This is about getting drunk, people.
That black box gets a lot of love.
It does.
I'm sipping. I'm sipping.
Is that the one that came with the Cheez-Its?
I don't know. I just saw it used
Yes.
to be box wine was just like Franzia, right?
Yeah.
So people didn't really drink it. Then over the years, they started putting decent wine in boxes. So now, like most people I know that drink wine, drink it out of boxes.
Yeah, because it stays better longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, based on the blender.
I've even seen some people wring out the bag to get one last glass out. Not naming names, though, Taryn.
I just did that.
By the way, fellas, there is a name for planet Earth. Gary, Terra.
Oh, really?
Terra Firma.
Oh,
she crazy.
Terra crazy, that girl.
Is it? Never mind. It's Tara, not Terry.
Terra, yes.
With an I.
All right, Bill, here is your question. The Greek word helios is the name of what?
Helios.
Helios.
Oh, yeah.
That wouldn't be the sun, would it?
It would be the sun.
Very good.
Look at you brushing up on
Nice
your Greek.
work.
Hang on,
Helios.
before we let you go, here's a 50-50 question for you. Do identical twins have the same fingerprints? Yes or no?
That's false. No.
You are correct again.
More Big Dummy coming up. 206-803 round.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between, because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah?
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Head Chef coming up with the most dangerous expired condiments. Condiments on the way at 4:30 with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Adrian. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hola.
Hola. Adrian, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Welcome.
Hey, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, man. I just wanted to tell you guys happy 20th, and I love your show. Coming through some hard times. I've been listening for nearly 10 years, but yeah.
Damn. Well, thank you, Adrian.
Thank you,
we appreciate that, man. Okay, you're going to be a contestant and win some real money. Where are you going to go? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
Survivor.
For
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You say for sure why? Like, what is your skill set that, like, when you watch the show, what are you thinking, like, I can deal with this? What are you bringing to the table?
I teach wilderness survival classes.
Okay.
And I used to be a combat controller in the Air Force, so, I got a little bit of experience.
Okay. All right. You know what, though? The problem is, if you can teach survival classes and all that, you'd be backstabbed in the early episodes because they're not going to be able to compete with that.
How long is a Survivor school? Like, how many? Is that a week or a couple weeks or a month? What? How long is it?
It's about, mine are usually, like, over the weekend, so a couple days, but it can go as long as 5 days. And, I'm really teaching them how to survive in the wilderness, so not everybody, lasts throughout the whole 5 days.
I was going to ask.
So you're an instructor?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the right game.
What percent of your students, when you do this, do you think, I've done the best I can, they're going to die alone in the woods?
It's probably about 70%.
70%. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they really come there with the right intention or they come in there thinking that, okay, I could really do this. But, it's a hardcore class. So.
Okay. That's why I don't take that class. I'm completely okay to say, I'll just die in the wilderness. All right. Adrian, here is your question. What is the highest possible credit score?
900.
860?
850.
850.
850.
Well, mine's 860.
I don't even know what mine is. I don't want to know. Nobody's sending me letters, so I feel good. I will tell you what, Castle's wife.
I don't want to know.
Castle's wife, like, she's tight on the budget, right? And they'll always say, like, she has a perfect credit score. All right. So when they go to do anything, it's like his credit score is not perfect, but hers is absolutely perfect. All right. Your question: in what U.S. city was Benjamin Franklin born? It's one of the heavy hitters from back in the day.
Boston.
It was
You got
Boston.
it,
He
yeah.
wasn't born in Boston.
I was going to guess Philadelphia. Just
Yeah,
because.
it's
Same.
going to be
You know?
Philadelphia or Boston, right?
One
But yeah,
and-
Boston.
Yeah.
Two and done.
Two and done.
Two and done.
All right. Big Dummies game 206-803 Rob.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen, I do declare.
I do declare.
Mike, sober or not sober?
Working on not sober.
What are you drinking over there, Mike?
Little Tito's and Grand, trying to lose some weight.
Okay. Have you tried the men's room 20th anniversary lager from Black Raven yet?
Yes, hence I'm trying to lose some weight, not drink it.
I see. Okay, Mike. All right. Yeah. Okay, you're going to be a contestant on our men's room poll. You're taking Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor.
My girl and I, we record it every day and watch it every night. Price is Right.
Price is Right.
Song makes me think about ginger ale, saltines, and soup.
And faking sickness.
I'm just, absolutely. I'm sick today.
It really, I mean, it was the high tide was when, like, you could go to Grandma's house. I don't know why Grandma Smith didn't seem nearly as strict.
Because they don't care. They've already raised the kid. Most grandparents are that way. Just like I said, man, when my kids were born, the first time my parents came out to visit, I was watching my father interact with them, and I pulled my mother aside, like, who's the old man you brought? She's like, that is your father. I said, but he wasn't like that with us. She goes, because you were his kids. These are his grandkids. He doesn't care. They are your problem. I'm like, yeah, good point. All right, Mike, your question. What decade gave us the first ATM?
Ooh, 70s?
Down and done.
Okay.
All right, hang on. Before we let you go, your 50-50 question, which is longer, a mile or a nautical mile?
A fortnight. No, I'm just kidding. A mile or nautical mile? Nautical mile.
How much longer?
It is, a nautical mile is roughly 1.15 miles.
I wonder why that is.
Somebody explained it once, man. It had to do with like the curvature of the earth or something.
Maybe,
I don't remember. But somebody explained it and it made sense, and now I don't remember.
Okay.
Game is Big Dummy 206-803 Rob.
Hello, Rob. Welcome to the men's room.
It's Thirsty Thursday, boys.
Hola. What's up, Rob? Rob, sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right. Okay, Rob, our men's room
Happy
poll.
20th, guys. I've been listening the whole time.
Well, thank you, man. We really appreciate that. Okay, you're going to be a contestant. What game show you picking? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
1,000% Survivor.
Survivor, another one.
I cannot believe
Me neither.
how many people want to go on Survivor. Like, there's nothing about that show.
That's my
Just
last pick.
taking the reality of what I'm dealing with. I'm like, man, that I would suck at this. I would hate this. Other than being in Fiji.
Yes.
All right. Here is your question. What is the largest muscle in the human body?
Sorry. Largest muscle in the human. It's the quadricep.
Your skin.
Gluteus maximus.
Oh, your butt.
Your butt. Your big old butt. Although I swear to God, I saw a woman today. There's no way that's true. All right, your question. How many zeros are in 1 quadrillion? 1 quadrillion.
12.
Close. 15. Go up one more. All right, what kind of cheese is served in a Greek salad?
It's delicious.
Oh.
I love it, man.
Feta.
Yes. Doesn't have a lot of flavor, but it's pretty good.
I mean, it's just salty, man.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. It's one of those cheeses.
Feta
where
can go on a lot.
Every once in a while, I will put it on pretty much anything, man.
Yeah.
And my wife should go and buy a little tub of it. And then gets mad because I'll
The
pull
crumbles?
it up. And I just sit there
Have
and
you
mow
ever
them
got
down.
the crumbled goat cheese?
I have.
That is great, too. The way it creamy and melts. And, man,
It melts very well. I believe feta cheese is just goat cheese, but it's like saltier or whatever.
Oh, well, that's the issue. Like, you get that little container for some for a recipe.
And like I said, it becomes the refrigerator's open snack.
Like you're doing a dip.
Yeah, the fridge is open. I'm trying to figure out what to eat. And in the meantime, I'm going to eat as many crumbles of feta cheese as I can.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
But it was there. You know it's expensive. I'm like, well, then steal it.
Why'd you buy it?
Yeah. It's not going to eat itself. Hello, Albert. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, Michola.
Hola.
Albert, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober. Hey, can I give a shout out to you guys? Happy 20 years, and I hope you guys have another 20 years.
Well, thank you, Albert.
I'd be 76.
Yes. All right, Albert.
I just pooped myself.
We're going to break. He did that the last 2 days. What's the difference? All right, Albert, be a contestant. Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor. What are you taking?
If I was in my 20s, I would do Survivor, but I'll probably do Jeopardy now.
Jeopardy.
How old are you now?
I'm in my 30s. I'm 32.
I think you're still in the warehouse for Survivor, though.
But I got super fat.
Oh, you got super fat?
Yes.
Okay.
By the way,
I gotta work out for Survivor.
I've been corrected. Feta is, in fact, sheep milk.
Sheep milk.
Okay. Sheep milk, yeah. All right, your question, multiple choice. Where was the first Chipotle restaurant located? Orlando, Denver, L.A., or Chicago?
I'm going to go with L.A.
It's a reasonable guess.
Denver,
yeah. Believe it or not.
Denver.
Oh.
Kind of makes sense.
They just opened up the one on 45th and Wallingford.
A Chipotle?
Yep.
All right.
But it took over the taco time.
Yeah,
so I'm still protesting a little bit.
So I don't like when they do that, especially if you kind of switch one for the other.
Like, I like taco time.
Right, but open something entirely different then. Like, don't close down my Mexican restaurant and then open a Mexican restaurant. Come on. All right, your question. What is the other name for Mount McKinley?
Oh, McKinley. Oh. I don't know.
It's a name of a GNC truck.
Mm-hmm.
Denali.
That's the hint.
There you go.
Yeah, they had to change the name of that, too. It's the McKinley now.
Yeah.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Is it not Denali?
It is currently Denali, but they now want to change it back to Mount McKinley.
Yeah, they already signed off on that.
Oh, did they? Yeah. All right, well, it's Mount McKinley again. Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Adam, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
That's your sober voice, huh? Damn.
All right, Adam, our men's room poll, you're going to be a contestant. What are you taking? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
Oh, Price is Right.
All right, Price is Right.
So if you're on Price is Right, all right? So like I said, if I were on Price is Right and you talk about an appliance or a vehicle, I can probably get the price, good enough to get on stage. But when they break out like Windex or a box of Tide, like how would you do with just everyday, ordinary items?
Oh, take a guess and, get my 20 seconds of fame on TV.
Okay, there you go. All right, here's your question. What song plays on the alarm clock in the movie Groundhog's Day?
Oh, wow. I have no idea.
I'm a little surprised you can't remember, Ted. They play
I cannot remember that.
9 times.
I can give you one hint. I won't, because to me, it's the only tune you know from this particular duo.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name another song from them?
I honestly no.
Neither can I. Right. We'll just go ahead and spin so you don't hurt your brain there. All right, Ted, your clue, Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher.
It's the only song I know from them.
Oh, I got you, babe.
I got you, babe. Yeah. All right, your question.
I got you, babe.
Mary Curie was the first woman to win what?
Nobel Peace Prize.
You were so close. Just Nobel Prize.
Oh.
Because she worked with, chemistry and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, she wasn't about peace, dude.
Yeah.
She also has delicious frozen dinners.
Which is kind of weird because
strong portion size on her. Smart broad.
She makes
what a number of fries makes great pizza.
Chicken pot pie like none other.
Miles, you like her Popeyes?
I love them.
Yeah.
That's a woman there, boys.
Hell of a cobbler.
I didn't care about the Nobel Prize. I was like, woman just hooked me up a Popeye.
Yeah.
Quit
What
humble
awards
bragging.
did Sarah Lee win?
Yeah, nothing. She got nothing.
That was Mrs. Reagan.
Oh, damn. The throat goat. Hey, man, I mean, that's what she was known for. Just hunker down on the... All right. All right, your question. Mark David Chapman is infamous for shooting and killing who?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
John Lennon.
John Lennon.
Yeah. Jack Ruby killed Oswald.
Mm-hmm.
Cover up.
All right, your question.
I feel you, brother.
Uh-huh.
It was my cousin Lamont. I'm telling you that right now. Shot his ass.
I was talking about how much time he spent on that grassy knoll.
Shot his ass in that car. I'm telling you right now. My cousin Lamont. You didn't hear from me.
Release the files.
He was trying to
Turns
shoot his
out
wife.
it was Lamont.
It was actually this guy Lamont. We'll be damned.
He's got a half-smoked black in his black and mild. I told you it was me. I don't care.
I said it.
All right, your question. What is the capital of Vermont?
Miles knows.
Yeah. Can you name another city?
Duluth.
Duluth. Oh.
Montpelier.
Montpelier. Can you name another city in Vermont?
Lake Champlain.
Is that a city? I mean, I know it's a lake, but it's a
Southeast.
Good word. I mean, honestly, I did not know, so I was glad you said so. All right, your question. The 2021 film King Richard, starring Will Smith, tells the story of whose father?
Lancelot.
Wow.
Very close. Venus and Serena Williams.
But he's not wrong.
What, Lancelot?
Wasn't King Richard?
Oh, right. Okay, right. I'm tracking with that.
King Arthur.
King Arthur.
King Arthur.
He wasn't his dad, but he was his buddy.
I'm not your dad. I'm your friend,
Lancelot screwed
That
his,
seems creepier.
Lancelot screwed his woman.
And then what was that show where the monkey was a detective? Wasn't he Lancelot?
Yes, it was Lancelot. I know this show you're talking.
What?
Seriously, man. Look up, Google, I guess, like Lancelot Detective Monkey. Honest to God. And it was not a cartoon.
What?
That's why it's so absurd, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
He's out there solving crime.
Lancelot Link, secret chimp.
He wasn't a secret chimp. You could look at him and knew he was a chimp.
Well, he's a secret agent.
Right.
Originally aired Saturday mornings on ABC.
Is it weird to anyone that the chimpanzee's been staring at us at a restaurant? Nah, perfectly normal, man.
Why does he have a firearm?
You've never seen this before, Mike.
No, this is wild.
Lancelot Link, if you get the chance.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's driving a car.
Secret chimp.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Your question.
And he looks so serious.
He does.
Well, he's a secret agent,
That's right, man. He's a secret chimp.
All right, your question. What is Eminem's real name? What is Eminem's real name?
Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, there it is.
Jay.
I was like, the yellow one or the the red one?
Big W is the game. 206-803 round.
Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Matt.
Me?
Yes, if you're Matt.
Oh. Well, I said South Dakota Max. Yeah, so many Matts. Sorry.
Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
South Dakota, man.
Not sober, Matt. What are you doing over there, Matt?
I am cooking. I'm making some beer broth, homemade.
Oh, very good. Okay. All right, Matt, you're going to be a contestant. Pick the game show. Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor.
Oh, I'd go Survivor. I hate people and love a vacation.
Okay.
Did Lion King just steal this as their theme? Like every time I hear it, I picture Lion King.
Lion King predates Survivor, though.
But does it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Did Survivor just steal this from Lion King? See how quickly I switch it around.
This is just how white people think of anything in Africa.
Were you greeted like that when you got off the plane there, Mike?
Yes, I sure was. They put a snake around your neck instead of a leg.
All right, here's your question. Facebook was originally limited to students at what university?
Harvard.
Harvard.
I wanted that. Hang on before we let you go.
Dude, it had spread to Hopkins when I lived with all those guys. This is amazing.
All right, 50-50 question for you. True or false, it takes 2 weeks for a sloth to digest a single meal?
Ooh. I'd say true.
Yeah. I mean, they're not moving that fast. Their metabolism has to be that slow, right?
Until they want to have sex. Again, sloths move incredibly slow.
Come on,
They showed some documentary, right? So it's mating season, and they're kind of focusing on the sloth. And it hears the mating call of a female. Brother jumps in the water and looks like Michael Phelps, man. I'm like, damn, so you can move fast when it's time to get some booty.
If you want it.
I mean, humans do it, too.
Yes,
you
we
think
do.
about it, I don't mean to, but I end up generally going to restaurants and everything within like a 5-mile radius.
Yeah.
Or for a date, I'll drive down to goddamn.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
I'm gonna get that booty.
Hello, Mike.
Hola.
Hola. Mike, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober but tired as heck.
All right, Mike, we'll get your brain in order here. Okay, you're going to be a contestant. What are you going to be on? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right, or Survivor?
I'm going Survivor.
Jesus.
What?
That doesn't seem like the right move if you're already tired.
Yeah.
By the way, somebody here on the text line says, "What the F? I've never heard of Lancelot's Secret Chimp, but I know what I'm going to be binge watching later."
Secret chimp.
All right.
I like one of the questions. It's like, how did they make it? It's like, well, they dubbed it over. Obviously, the chip didn't talk.
They seriously asked, how did they make it?
It's like the first question. How did they make Lancelot?
Why was his name Lancelot? You can't be a secret chimp being a chimp and your name is Lancelot. That doesn't work. You're not incognito. I got it.
All right. Your question. NATO's headquarters are located in what country? NATO's headquarters.
Yeah, what country? Great Britain.
I'll say Switzerland.
That's a good guess. It is Belgium. Brussels.
Which is in Belgium.
Which is in Belgium. Well, I realize I asked what city. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you, Ted.
Yeah. I got you.
All right. Your
Lancelot do that.
Call Me Ishmael is the opening line to what book?
Miles' favorite.
Yeah, pass.
You can't
There's
pass.
no
Guess a
passing.
book. Guess a book.
Just guess a book.
Big dummy.
Any book.
I have no clue.
Right. This is just like the Bible. You
Harry
just say,
Potter.
throw a book out.
Lord
You know
of the
what I mean?
Rings.
Yeah, anything.
Moby Dick.
Okay, there you go, Moby Dick.
There you go, man.
How did you know that, Mike? That's really fantastic.
Good work, Mike.
What are the most dangerous expired condiments? The head chef will let you know coming up at 4:30 with Ted's Meat and Potatoes. And your emails on the way next to the men's room at KISW.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Independent financial advisors focus on building a relationship with you that goes beyond your portfolio.
As fiduciaries, they must act in your best interest, always. The relationship they have with you will be based on transparency and trust, and they're committed to bringing you advice that fits your values. That's why Charles Schwab is proud to support them. Visit findyourindependengadvisor.com.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Ugh, your clothes are too tight, yet you can't lose weight even though you've tried so many diets. The reason you're having trouble losing weight could be a liver clogged with fat, and that is slowing your metabolism. Introducing Omicid, a natural superfood protein shake that uses natural amino acids and bioactive peptides to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism so it's easier to lose weight, and it's been scientifically proven to preserve muscle mass. Find out more and see the university studies at Omicid.com. That's ALMASED.com.
Looking to improve your diet in the new year? Try seeing a personal dietitian with Nourish. Nourish has hundreds of dietitians who specialize in a variety of health concerns, including weight loss, gut health, and more. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your personal dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Are you a bartender that dreads the phrase, hey, can you put the game on? At Sports on What, we understand your pain and we're here to help. Over-the-air, satellite, cable, or streaming, Sports on What knows what channel the game is on, and you can too. Follow your favorite teams, set alerts, and filter by provider to get the results you need. Stop wasting time searching and never miss kickoff again. Just download the Sports on What app, and you'll always know how to watch the game. Available for Android and iOS. Start your 7-day free trial when you download Sports on What and subscribe today.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
The most dangerous expired condiments in your refrigerator. Danger. Coming up at 4:30 with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. First time, though, for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
One. Count on one birthday email. What is 9? Is it 9 months back? I mean, is that the actual time?
So
or is
it
it like 9.5, 10 months?
So what are we in February?
What was going on 9 months ago? Is it 9 months from the time you do it to the time that the baby?
That's the end of May.
The end of May.
I would think people will be having a lot of sex toward the end of May.
So end of May, early June, like, hey, it's summertime. Let's throw down.
Yeah, Memorial Day sex.
Men's room. Can we get a big old bong rip and Coach Ted on how to spend the rest of the 20s for Ryan? It is his 29th birthday. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, damn it. I read that earlier as Coke Ted.
We did get one Coke Ted.
That was from yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't here to be Coke Ted. 29th birthday. Listen, I'll say this so I go blue in the face. You right out there this year, you do what you want. Is it a trip to Spain? I don't know. Is it Southeast Asia because you want to see the beaches? The point is, whatever you do, when people go, you're acting crazy, you go, look, I'm 29. Next year I'll be 30, and this all shuts down. My body, my bank account, responsibility. Live it up, dude.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Alvin. Yeah, we got a text, and Mike, it's a request of you.
Okay.
So we brought up, was it Lancelot Lynx?
Lancelot Link, the secret chimp.
Secret chimp, even though he's clearly a chimpanzee. So you had never seen the show before.
Correct.
It is very stupid, right? And you got a good laugh. But somebody here, so a couple people grew up watching the show. And like, hey, man, it's part of my childhood. But someone says, Mike, please play the theme song to Lancelot Link. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know anything about the theme song.
I mean, it was from the 70s, and I did manage to find this here. Wait for it. Here it comes. And...
Lancelot Link, secret chimp. He stands for justice. He has no fear. He's in the cold.
I don't think I remember this. I don't.
Lance Link, you gotta come through, everybody.
Oh, my God.
Counting on you. Baby, gotta hurry. I need to never end. Just stick by your side.
Oh, my God.
Right to the end.
This is very 70s here.
Mata Hari, that's his girlfriend's name.
Jump ages like a good ape.
They're actually just running down the cast. All the different chimps that are on this show.
Oh, my God.
Secret chimp.
I mean, I'd watch it.
You know what, man? I might find myself in front of the computer tonight watching this dumbass show.
Get a little
Credo.
little Friday night.
Credo has a mustache.
I don't think you have to say you smoke weed if you find yourself eating a bowl of cereal later, watching that show on the computer.
Wow.
Can you imagine being in a jail? Somebody's like, "How'd you get caught?" And be like, "You remember the goddamn secret chimp,
Duchess?"
Like he solved my case,
busted me, man.
Thought I got away with it.
God,
now I'm doing 20 years for murder.
Not for you meddling chimps,
right? I would have gotten away with it.
Jesus.
All right, let's see here. Guys, this one is for Thrill. A few months ago, Ted brought up the topic of the guys from South Park buying the restaurant and restoring it, the Casa Bonita.
Yeah.
There's a really good documentary on Paramount Plus about it. Growing up in the Denver area, I went there quite a few times, and hearing you guys talk about it brought back memories. And when you watch the documentary, tons of memories came flooding back. I even got a little teary-eyed. Highly recommend watching it. Thank you guys for the show, and cheers on 20 years. That from Dave.
All right.
You've been there.
Yeah, well, we lived there for like a year and a half, 2 years when I was a kid, but I was between the ages of 7 and 9, right? So there's no better age to be to go to a place like Casa Bonita. And it was one of those things where my parents would be like, okay, do you guys want to go to Casa Bonita? And absolutely, we absolutely do. They could have said, we want you to rob a bank and take down a casino. We would have done that to go to Casa Bonita. I do not remember the food at all. I just remember having fun there, like rope ladders and all this crap, man. Like I said, when you're 7 or 8 years old.
So is it more of you watching it like a, what is the Tetro Zanzani?
Oh, no, you go have fun.
So you're doing your own thing. You're not
There
watching
is cliff divers.
Yeah, there was stuff like that, but and I think like my parents may have cared about like the cliff divers. As kids, there's all these things you can run on, swing from, jump through, jump out. Like, you went crazy, man.
It's kind of like when I was a kid, I feel like there was a lot more McDonald's that had
a playland.
Yeah. And also we used to just eat in McDonald's a lot more, but if it had a playland. Now, as I say this out loud, I also recognize that was a good time warp for my parents.
When my kids were younger, they still have a McDonald's with the playland and Mazatlan, right?
All right.
And the kids are at that age where they're kind of getting on your nerves or they're getting hangry and all that. Took them into McDonald's. We sat them down. They each got a cheeseburger, hamburger, whatever. And then they went out to Playland for like 20 minutes. And me and my wife were just like, oh, my God, thank God. I'm telling you, McDonald's, you were onto something with that.
Well, it's like Chuck E. Cheese. No offense to Charles Entertainment Cheese, but I don't think anybody's ever going to be like, God, that pizza was so good. But as a kid, because you had so much fun there, that was the best pizza in the world.
The pizza was fine, right? But you were just playing games. You did not go there to eat as a kid. You went there to play your games.
But it's definitely
your
a special occasion.
Made you eat, yeah, always.
It's like your buddy that works at like that terrible bar. And, like somehow like the food's not even good or whatever, but like you like him, he hooks you up with a couple, you go.
Where do we go with the morning show for the Dumb Olympics?
We were down at
It's not Family Fun Center.
That's down in Renton.
Is it not Family Fun Center?
Is it Family Fun Center? Maybe.
I think it might be.
Family Fun Center is where we did the Dumb Olympics.
Okay, yeah, that place was awesome.
That place rocks.
That place was great.
Also recommend Dave & Buster's. That's a good time.
Dave & Buster's is
get off go-karts, Mike.
Yeah, true.
I'm telling you, go-karts are a difference maker. Years ago, we took the kids to camp.
Dave & Buster's, by the way, is a good call.
My kids, they just wanted to go to Dave & Buster's. They had seen a commercial for Dave & Buster's, and they would not stop talking about going to Dave & Buster's. So in spite of the fact that we're going on vacation, they're still like, is there a Dave & Buster's? I mean, it was driving us bananas, right? So there was a place very similar to Dave & Buster's, and say it was called Ted's, right?
Okay.
And so we would take them there each night because we could sit at the bar, and they would go lose their minds playing whatever. And my daughter, who's older, she's learning to read at this time, so she's looking at the sign, she's like, I don't think that's, because here's the thing. It didn't matter what we took them. It had to be Dave & Buster's, okay? So we're going to take them to this place, and they're not too keen on going in spite of it being exactly the same. So I said, F it, we're going in anyway. My daughter's like, is this Dave & Buster's? I go, yeah. And she points up at the sign, and I said, they spell it different in Canada. She's like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Solve the problem,
Same
man.
difference.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with the shot of the day, but first.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Much like secret chimps, you boys ready to get dangerous? I probably don't think about condiments as being dangerous, but who knows how long they've been in your fridge. Some of this stuff, I don't even know if it should be in your fridge. But People Magazine basically just named the most dangerous expired condiments.
All right.
There's 5 condiments that basically, these are just 5 you think last long. They don't. You know, it's like that guy you think he's great in sex. He's not. All right, number 5 on the list. Again, I never put this in my fridge, but soy sauce.
Huh.
I never put it in my fridge either.
Oh, it's in my
don't?
fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in mine.
Are you serious?
I never thought to do it. Maybe I should.
I mean, we've started going with, what is it, tamari now? But
Yeah.
I've
That's great
always
stuff.
I've always kept my soy sauce in the fridge.
I use liquid aminos instead of soy sauce
All right.
from the Bragg family.
Is that because less salt?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It has
sodium.
a lot less sodium.
And it tastes really good, man.
I can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
Some people say they can, but I don't know. Like, the head chef doesn't know this one. Maybe somebody text in. I just leave it in my cupboard.
I do too, man. So maybe I've been killing our family slowly.
What about hot sauces?
So what are they saying? Just make sure you look at the expiration date because it does matter if it
Well,
expires.
just because it's mostly salt, people assume it lasts forever, but they say you got about a year to use it.
Okay.
I probably have had that bottle in there for 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you only a little dabble, do you? I mean, I'm not making sushi.
But again,
at
you
home.
live alone. So, I mean, and like I said, with kids, it is staggering to me how quickly we go through all this kind of crap, including soy sauce. One of the few products that my daughter will consume.
Yeah, I use it sometimes for cooking, too.
Yeah.
Like I used to have a recipe I came up with. I called it Maryland hot chicken.
Okay.
But it's basically like you put some soy sauce, you put your chicken in the pan, some pepperoni sauce, bunch of Old Bay, maybe a little hot sauce.
Not Worcestershire?
I don't know if I put W sauce in there. I came up with this recipe when I was like 15. So
Okay.
It changes. It fluctuates. But I would say a year is probably what I go through a bottle of that liquid aminos.
Okay. That sounds about right. We'd probably go through soy sauce a little faster.
So do you put that in the refrigerator?
I do not.
All right.
I just leave it in my cupboard, but maybe I'm wrong here. All right, mustard. They say, look, mustard does last long. There's vinegar in it, but once you break the seal, again, you got about a year to use it.
Okay.
I'm pretty good about that, especially with just basic yellow mustard.
Yeah.
I will plow through that when I'm cooking.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I bet I buy a new bottle of Dijon mustard once a month.
One thing, as far as an adherent, mustard pretty well does not affect if you wanted to bread a piece of chicken or a piece of fish or whatever.
Well, it's used as a
put that down
binder.
correct, a binder.
Yeah,
A
during
binder.
smoking season, it goes pretty quick in my house.
Yeah.
I was going to say, shout out to my buddy Sal. He was the first person I ever saw use yellow mustard as a binder. And now, like, everybody does it. Then some people get on, like, shouldn't use mustard. But I'm with you, Miles. I think once you cook it, it just helps the dry season and stick. I don't think it really tastes like mustard. But
I mean, mayonnaise does the same thing, but I think mustard's a better option.
W sauce as well as also works as a really good binder.
Yep.
Great flavor.
yeah, and I stole that from. I think let's just stop calling it Worcestershire.
What's Worcestershire?
Yeah, let's call it W sauce.
Wash your sister sauce.
Yeah. Hey, dude, we call it W sauce. Let's see. Ketchup and barbecue sauce. Now, you only got about 6 months to use these. Keep an eye on the color. If it changes, tosses them. That makes sense because there's so much sugar and they're sweeter.
Yeah.
Like ketchup, I feel like kind of rotates, but there's definitely some barbecue sauces
that need to go.
Ketchup doesn't necessarily need to be refrigerated after opening, but
I do refrigerate that.
But barbecue sauce does.
Yeah.
Right. All right. See, I'm with Thrill. I definitely refrigerate my ketchup. And Miles, you're going to think this is sacrilege. But, like, if I get fast food, I like to bring it home because I like cold ketchup.
I do too. Something about it. I do like the cold ketchup on my hot food.
Well, and my problem with the barbecue sauce, I'll make my own barbecue sauce. Like I did it for those ribs before the Super Bowl, but the problem is that recipe makes so doggone much, and then I never use barbecue sauce. So it gets made for those ribs,
cut it in half.
And then it gets. I did cut it in half. It's still a big ass friggin' jar of it, dude.
That means that's probably a very legitimate barbecue sauce.
It's a great barbecue sauce.
If you need that much, that means you're making barbecue all the time.
My issue is with barbecue sauce is sometimes I just forget, and then I need it for a specific recipe. So I bet you right now I have 2 half bottles of Sweet Baby Ray's in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Actually, I do too. Now I'm thinking about it. I noticed that the other day.
Yeah.
I'll tell you I don't know why they're both
because barbecue sauce also, I feel like as an adult, I don't sit around eating nuggets.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, unless you have something specific, barbecue sauce to me just doesn't get used nearly as much as mustard or ketchup.
But I do have the 2 open bottles, and I realize that you flip into dad mode where it's like you have the refrigerator open and you're grilling the kids why are both of these open?
Also, their Sweet Baby Ray's, their traditional wing sauce that they make, it is mild to medium, which is the way that a traditional buffalo sauce should be. And the color and the flavor is right.
Yeah.
So if you're making wings in the air fryer or whatever, I swear by Sweet Baby Ray's.
I'm with you. I use it.
The wing sauce is great.
There's a local guy, too. I don't know if they're everywhere, but I believe it's Mitch's. No, he's at the QFC I go to. I met Chef Mitch once. His sauce is really good.
All right.
Yeah. These are things that most dangerous expired condiments in your fridge. Salad dressing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially creamy kinds that have eggs or cheese are supposed to be tossed after 2 months. Basically, your ranch and your blue cheese dressing shouldn't be sitting around that long.
Yeah.
They don't last that long.
If it's crazy, something weird, you can't make blue cheese if you don't have blue cheese dressing, or blue cheese if you don't, But most of the stuff you can look up on Google, and you can make honey mustard. Yeah. You can make
it's like a Jack and Coke.
Yeah, oil, balsamic, whatever you're making.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Thousand Island's not hard to make if you have relish.
That's one thing that my wife and I have gotten into.
Ketchup, mayonnaise, and
she found a recipe for a Caesar salad dressing that is very simple and very easy to make. That's fantastic. There's a balsamic vinaigrette, as you're saying, that is it's not difficult.
It takes
at all
2
to make.
seconds to whip it up.
Yes, and it's a better dressing.
It is.
Yeah, honey mustard. You're right, Miles.
It's
honey
honey
I don't
mustard.
use it with regular mayonnaise, but if you have Miracle Whip, honey and yellow mustard, you pretty much can make.
That's kind of the standard, just teriyaki dressing.
Yeah.
I mean, just lettuce and that dressing, and that's what you get with teriyaki.
Yeah, I love that dressing at the teriyaki joint.
Yeah, me too.
It's all watery and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just want to drink it.
Yeah. I mean, if you make it that way, to do that, put some poppy seeds in there if you have them.
All right.
I take them off your poppy plant before you produce oatmeal.
Right, exactly. Before you start doing your heroin thing.
I'll just start de-poppy seeding a bagel.
Brush all the poppy seeds off.
Seriously.
Number 1 on the list of most dangerous expired condiments in your fridge. This won't shock anybody. It's mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It's got eggs. Once it's been opened, the USDA says it's only good for about 2 months.
Ooh.
Give it the Give it the sniff test as well.
Oh, yeah.
If it smells funky.
The Smith test.
Smith.
I do that before I date people.
You smell funky.
You smell like vanilla and stripper.
Well, sometimes the Smith test means you have a Smith holler at it first.
Oh, there.
You know what? She's good, man. You go ahead.
Give her the Smith test.
That'd be kind of weird. What are we at some secret club now?
We're cousins and Eskimo brothers.
So obviously, so you go home tonight, look at the dates on your condiments.
I'm going to.
See how long they've been in there, right? And if you live alone, I know I do. It is tough. Because it's it'll just make me sick. But I don't know, especially if you got...
that's how you go to
I don't care about myself.
Right, but if you got kids at home, you don't want to poison a kid. That's awful. You don't want to poison a house guest. You poison yourself. You're just dumb.
Right. Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Coming up at 5:08, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing, pinkysplumbing.com.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Wow. What's up? I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes. You?
The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes.
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, it's a 5:08. We'll drink a toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Thank you, Miles. Japan is working to fight their population crisis by moving to a 4-day work week.
What is the population? Not enough babies being born, I guess?
Right. So they have, they are known as being the oldest country or something like that, the oldest population.
Okay.
So there's not a whole lot of people having kids at this point. There's too much of a gap there. So they're believing that the 4-day work week is going to allow people to have more time at home.
To have more sex.
That's right. Well, and a lot of, it's dual income households over there. And so families are like, we don't have time for kids.
And we're tired.
Right.
I think it's dual income in a lot of places.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%, man. Research claims that social media can be a, quote, sewer for medical misinformation.
You don't say.
Really?
Wow. You're releasing that in 2025.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Way to jump in there. The Merriam-Webster word of the day.
Oh, no. Pish posh.
Very fitting. Ignoramus.
Ignoramus. Yes.
Ignoramus.
Sounds like a Bugs Bunny term. You know?
Ignoramus.
What an ignoramus.
He definitely used that one.
What a maroon.
New research says being a parent can keep the brain young, especially if you have multiple children. I don't know what the basis of that is.
The joy of playing with your child. You're going back to your remedial time. You're on the floor. You have toys. You have games that you would never play, like Candyland. And all these things.
And all the stuff they tell you. You know what I mean? Just when I get home, the things they want to tell me that they're excited to share, whether it's his upcoming NFL draft, whether it's, what the hell did he tell me yesterday? I had no idea what he was talking about, but it keeps you young. You stay somewhat in touch.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Okay. Rare paintings depicting the god of wine have been unearthed in Pompeii.
Who's the god of wine?
God of wine.
You know him. He's
you know
him.
It's my cousin Lamonigan.
I'm shocked it's a dude. He thinks the soup is cold.
Yeah. Oh, it's Hair Club.
Oh, no.
The god
Can
of
you
wine.
move us to a seat away from the window? I didn't bring my jacket.
Did you read the other thing they found in Pompeii today, which is kind of cool?
Oh, yeah.
So everyone knows about Pompeii, but anyway, they found this body, and the guy's brain had turned to glass.
Glass?
Yep, glass.
Yeah.
That's all the ash?
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not cool for him.
He didn't feel it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's good.
He doesn't make fun of anybody? He's got a glass brain?
Glass brain.
He's got a glass brain, dude? I could see right through it.
Hey-o. Woo! He got sick of all those jokes.
Not a single thought in there.
Right.
Fill up with water, put a goldfish in there.
That would be pretty badass.
Yeah.
If your
Have a
goldfish lived in a
your glass brain.
That's right, in a glass brain bowl.
We need people with a glass brain so we can do this. Somebody
Yeah.
step up.
Come on. Sacrifice your brain for the fish.
You know who you are. You glass-brained idiot.
Ignoramus.
SpaceX has launched a lunar lander to the moon with the mission of delivering technology to its south pole.
Okay. It'll be really cool when someone's there to use it.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, well, you know what?
I get it. You want to get some stuff there before you send anyone up there.
We've reached the point to where we're done discovering things on our own. It's let the robots go out there and figure it out, and then we'll show up.
Well, they don't get cold. They don't have to breathe.
Exactly.
I wish I could send some more intelligence to my South Pole.
Yeah.
Do you care if it's intelligence?
Just say it. Sometimes it makes poor choices.
Oh, I seriously.
Not right now.
Right? No, we shouldn't.
Yeah, no kidding.
Apparently, the god of wine, Bacchus.
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 Yeah.
Well, the last one they sent up, it landed, then it tipped over on its side.
Fell over sideways.
Almost immediately, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like, I'm here, I'm drunk.
Hey, it's kind of funny.
So you don't send drunk robots.
That's right. And guess what? I guarantee you this one's going to have some sort of ability to right itself after it falls down.
That is how these things happen. Well, when we
It's going to pick up its buddy then?
Well, we sent something to Mars like in the late 90s. And the big, like, inflatable.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and it drops on the ground, bounces around, and all that kind of thing. So apparently NASA scientists are trying to figure out how do we land this thing successfully? Because the more fuel you use, the more it costs, blah, 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 blah. And I want to say it was like the 9-year-old son or daughter of one of the scientists, hearing him talk about it, goes, what about like a Super Bowl, Dad? They had a big rubber ball. Just put it inside of a rubber ball, they bounce it, and that's what they went with.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Sometimes kids have a stroke of genius.
That's right. And then they will never let you ignore them on another idea ever again.
You need my help again, Dad?
That's right. A new study says reptiles will choose more risky food sources if they're low on energy.
Yeah, like human.
Right.
If they're low on energy?
Right. Well, if you got the energy for it, it might be harder to get to, but it's less risky. But if you're low on energy, like, I need a quick snack, man, I need to grab something, well, you're going to go to the more dangerous areas because you just got to get some food.
Okay.
I think humans do it too, right?
Yeah.
You make poor choices when you're lazy.
You can have a boa. It will bite you if it's hungry.
Yeah,
if not,
absolutely.
it is perfectly fine.
That's right. We mentioned them today. It's Pocket Monster Day. It is Pokemon Day again.
Yeah.
Is it really?
It is Pokemon Day.
Pokemon Day.
Is it like today it was released way back in the 90s or something like
I
that?
don't know, because these days, rarely is it based on anything historical. Just somebody goes, you know what? I like Pokemon. Today is Pokemon Day.
Right.
It's also National Chili Day.
It is National Chili Day.
Yeah. So play some Pokemon, eat some chili.
Pokemon, I think, is my thing that as I grew up, it continued to outgrow me, and it caused me to resent it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. And I shouldn't say I resent it. It was just, it made me feel old. When Pokemon first came out, man, I devoured all of it. I got the trading cards, I got the games on the Game Boy,
Yeah, my
I got
kids
all
did it
the
for a
stuff, right? And then, it had the next season, all these new ones. Oh my God, look at all the new Pokemon that are out there. And then, like, every subsequent, 2 or 3 years, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. Like, well, this one's just a couch. Like, doggone it. There's a couch Pokemon.
Right. It's like at this point, you guys are running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Didn't you do Pokemon Go when it first came out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And it brought back a lot of the old originals out there, and I was stoked for it. And then all of a sudden,
That
all
was
the new guys
massive.
started showing back up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's places just around the building I can remember where, like, you could pick up. There always be people like grouped there.
Yeah. And I feel like even during the pandemic, it kind of gave everybody a little something to focus
Get an
on.
excuse to get outside.
Get outside, walk around.
100%, dude. 100%. There's new research being done on new evidence to suggest that Stonehenge is a phallic temple. There's apparently one of the stones in there that is just, it resembles a big old rod out there. And it's,
the headline I read, and it's like a scientific paper, but they're like, blah, 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 a giant penis. I'm like, okay.
Let me reread this here. I thought the same thing while stuck on that movie.
I mean, it is a bunch of things sitting upright.
Yeah, I mean, look, there were so many phallic things back in the day, like the Washington Monument, based on all the Egyptian obelisks. That very specifically was to represent a penis.
Really?
Yeah, all those things. When we went to Pompeii, they sweat in Italy. They used a chili pepper, but they used to just straight up use a penis. And then back in the day when Christianity got there, the Pope's like, no, man. We can't."
Man.
So Italy's like, yeah, cool, we'll take it out. So the chili pepper, and if you ask anyone in Italy, they're like, oh, no, it's a penis.
Yeah, there's a big skyscraper going up now in Dubai, which is gold-plated. It is a penis.
Oh, God.
It is exactly a penis.
Our neighbor next door.
The
that's a
municipal
penis.
building.
Yeah.
And that guy was like, no, I designed it to look like a penis.
Right. No.
Correct.
It's a big old rod out
It
there.
is a huge penis.
You fire me because I'm gay? Your building's a penis.
Here's
Look
a
at
penis.
that. Enjoy that.
And it's funny because when we first moved here, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to sound stupid. The building looks like a giant penis.
Right.
And then someone gave us the historical context. We're like, it is.
And
like,
it's
oh.
And it's even funnier because what's the term that they use when you make a building? You erected it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice call, Mike.
Hell yeah. It always made me chuckle in school, and now I see why.
Erect it.
Yeah, that's a penis. I mean,
It's a
come
penis.
on. The one in Dubai. He's just showing us a picture. Yeah, without a doubt.
Criminy. Companies all across the country are dealing with a morale issue, and while employees would really love a raise for all their hard work and dedication, there's plenty of other ways to brighten up those spirits.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
10 or more creative ways to have fun at work. Why not get to know your coworkers better? Take old Gary out for a burger and a beer for lunch. Wouldn't it be a hoot if you got old fuddy-duddy Gary lit? So you order a few shots. Get good old reliable, sensible shoes Gary schnockered. Then bring him back to the office, where he proceeds to throw up on the boss in an important meeting. He gets fired and can no longer care for his great aunt Mimi. Sorry, Gary. That was fun, though, wasn't it? Let me know if you need a reference.
Sensible shoes, Gary.
Sensible shoes, Gary. Good old times. So these are different ways to have fun at work. They start out with saying, have a positivity jar.
The hell's a positivity jar?
Well, it inspires workers to appreciate the good in their work and personal lives. On Fridays, employees will write the best event that happened to them during the week, and then participants will put the paper inside of the jar.
No. You know what's going to happen. Suck on this, F this guy. You know, if it's anonymous, dude, you know exactly what a positivity jar. Is it full of nitrous or something? I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, is there a joint in there?
Right.
Come on, man.
I've said this for years. The issue is that, especially you take a company like Google, right? Mm-hmm. And when they opened all their offices, they had all this stuff. They also paid their employees, all of them were making like six figures.
Right.
Right. But for some reason, the corporate world seems to think we could take like just not the pay part, just the other stuff.
Here's a ping pong table.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah. But they were really happy with their salaries first.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They took the job for that, not the free ping pong.
Because they made their company money.
Right.
Yep.
Right. You go with holding a desk decorating contest.
No.
A desk decorating contest can bring joy and excitement to the workplace. These work fun activities also encourage teamwork and creativity. And here's how to do it. You decide on a theme. Ask employees to come up with unique ideas to decorate their desks. And encourage employees to think outside the box and use unusual materials or decorations to make their desks stand out.
This is stuff my kids did in school years ago.
Right.
Come on.
And it was fun then.
It was fun then.
It was great.
It stopped after like fourth grade. Yeah, they do not do it now.
So we take our time at work to do that.
Right. Let's stop everything and decorate our desks.
Could you just give me the day off?
Right.
Then I'm real happy.
And don't ask questions like, what's with the dildos?
Right.
Like, well, mine's a sex party.
What's the theme? Yeah.
Sex party.
I'll turn around so I can whip you on the butt.
With this little heart-shaped
Correct.
flogger.
Yeah, what is that? Did you hit the horse with?
A whip.
No, I see what you're saying. The is that a cane?
Well,
Cane came to my brain,
there's like
but I'm not
different
sure.
name for like that little whip as opposed to like a whoosh.
Right. It's got the long stick on it, and then it's got the leather padded at the very end of it to kind of add the accent on there.
Yeah.
You could have a themed dress-up party.
No.
Woo! One of the great ways to make work fun as a manager includes hosting a themed dress-up party to foster teamwork and ingenuity.
Yeah, ingenuity. That's what I get out of that.
During Halloween, honestly.
Halloween, I get it. People are going to show up anyway.
Right.
Wearing crap.
And I don't want to hear questions like, why are you dressed like a penis?
Why are you a dildo, Ted?
Matches my desk.
All these themes, it's just, I'm just like, oh, I'm a dildo.
Organizing a potluck party. Potluck parties
Okay. All right. I'm in on that.
Potluck
That's food.
parties are a fun and interactive way of enjoying a meal with your team. In this activity, you'll ask employees to bring a dish representing their cultural heritage. Also encourage employees to bring their favorite recipe.
I'm bringing hog maws.
I'm just bringing mayonnaise.
Hog maws and pickled
How about
pig's
this?
feet.
the Heritage, who cares? Just bring in what you can make.
Right.
Because I don't care. I just want to eat whatever you make well.
We did the supersides with the morning show. That was one of the some of the most fun I've had in a while at work, man. It was a great time. I loved it.
But I don't know that I want to just make dishes for potlucks once a week.
Ted, why's your food shaped like a penis?
I don't know. Yeah. Like, listen, some people, you just work with them. I'm not friends with them. Why should they get the benefit of my cooking?
Yeah. Ted's just at home carving
It's not
carrots.
for you, Linda.
Well, I'm just saying, I like to cook for people, and I don't know. You guys know me. Like, I just think dinner is a more important meal. Like, lunch is like, we're having lunch.
Yeah.
Host a wellness challenge. Hosting a wellness challenge at work can be a great way to promote health and foster team building. Host a group yoga or meditation session. Play team sports like volleyball or basketball. Run a nutrition challenge where teams compete to create all the healthiest meals or snacks.
Oh, my God.
All these things are ideas that someone came up with, but ultimately, you're not working when you do this.
No.
Again, just give me the afternoon off.
Day off. No, Miles, you don't get the day off. We're going to have a talent show. Again,
Right.
these are ways to have fun at work.
A talent show.
Hosting a work talent show can be a fun way to promote employee engagement and build team spirit. Ted, why are you pointing at your penis?
Yeah. I was going to say I'm a magician. And you take my rent and groceries, boom, the check is gone.
The check is gone. How does that happen there?
Talent show. Let's show you guys how to throw a proper punch.
I mean, I feel
I'm
like
going to show everyone the best way to canyon yodel. Linda, get over here.
The NFL teams do it a lot of the times with the rookies that come in. They do a talent show, or they bring them back. Some of the veterans do a talent show.
Sure.
Those guys have 53 players in a room. There are 5 people, 6 people that can do anything other than their job. So it's not like it's all like, oh, you got to do something. What can you do? I can't do anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of very talentless people.
Yeah.
Setting up a gratitude wall. Again, these are ways
What?
to have fun at work. Yeah, set up a gratitude wall. By setting up a gratitude wall, employees can recognize and appreciate
Thanks
hard
for the
work
mouth hug, Linda. Really appreciated that during lunch.
That is talent.
Yeah. That's a lunch.
You
That's
win.
a lunch. Yeah.
You win.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in, dude. The gratitude wall. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoever brought in those burritos from Chipotle, I ate them. Thank you for leaving them in the fridge.
With your name on it. Linda, thank you.
I will say, when my brother first came a principal, he tried to once a month bring in breakfast.
Yeah.
And I guess there's some breakfast taco place near the school. So basically people kind of weren't eating, and after the third one, he was just like, what do you got? They were like, could you just bring the breakfast tacos? We all like those. He's like, understood.
Got it. Form an office sports team.
I mean, that would happen organically, I think.
I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind that if we did that around here.
Well, it depends on the sport.
It does. But also, it was one of those things where when I grew up, it was all in TV. I'm part of the company sport baseball team.
Yeah.
One day. And then that crap just went away.
Yeah, pretty much.
We had a kickball team for a while, the Intercommies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That predates me. I got here and it was gone.
Because now we've been
I'll
Odyssey.
play fantasy football. How's that?
You play fantasy football?
Yeah. I'll make sure my roster's set up on Thursday.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'll
That's the
forget.
problem.
Oh, God.
No, you won't.
Who's playing tonight? Who? Cleveland against the Colts.
Damn it.
Oh, God.
Somebody here says, at my company, potlucks are nightmares. Everyone either has food allergies or religious restrictions, so that anything I make is going to basically they can't.
Yeah.
Well, then get out of the doggone crock pot. I brought this. You know what I mean?
I am with my. It's like your heritage. Like, all right, here's some soda bread and mayonnaise and boiled meat.
Here's a pepperoni roll.
Those would go quick.
Yes, they would. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Lordy.
becoming a new hot thing, Miles.
What's that?
The West Virginia pepperoni roll. Now, like all the food, the people that cook at home, they're like, here's a delicious little recipe you can make at home. It's like, I was like, are these pepperoni rolls? And the one guy finally goes, look, I live in Kentucky. This is just a West Virginia thing, but it's getting popular.
Since the 1800s. Now, finally, it's got its moment.
And then this is the last way that they leave us here to have fun at work, and I know that we're all going to get behind this one. Get your office together and you have a karaoke contest.
Come on, Linda. Yeah.
You win again.
You win.
Oh, she's humming. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pick another Smash Mouth song.
Shockingly, Linda got promoted again. Like, no, for real? Like, yeah.
The boss is stuffing the ballot.
She's now your boss. How'd you get here?
What a karaoke contest.
Nicknamed her mouth Huggies.
Oh, no. Alrighty. A man in Florida carjacked a van and crashed it into a local establishment, and it's a rather fitting location there, Miles.
What was that location?
Tell you about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 18-year-old Evelina Fabianski of Volusia County, Florida. Now, Evelina, she has an ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend owes her $700, but he has not paid her back. Now, we don't know if he cannot or if he just refuses to, but either way, Evelina, she's over it. So she planned a little revenge. She drove to his apartment building, went to the parking lot, and spray painted his car yellow. And then to add insult to injury, she also egged his car. Unfortunately for Evelina, she was caught by the police, arrested, and charged with criminal mischief. But we're toasting her because she spray painted and egged the wrong car.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was the guy's neighbor's car. It's just like, what the hell, man? Yeah, she got the wrong car, but she also had some other charges because she had, I want to say, an open container.
Empty bottle of Crown Royal.
She's 18, and then had a 16-year-old in the car with her who had been imbibing in alcohol. So all of the charges that go along with that kind of thing.
6-4 locos.
Is what, oh, God, that's right. Yeah.
That makes more sense, though. She's 18.
She's 18, yeah, spray painted his car and all that. It's like, it's not his car.
Well, and you look at her picture, she looks like somebody who would exact revenge on her ex.
She does.
And that's just that age. I don't know adults that mess with other people's cars. So for some reason, that age, it's like, go mess with his car.
That's the thing, yeah.
Get him back.
So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
Let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
I recently found out that you can see a personal dietitian covered by insurance. There's this platform called Nourish that will match you with a dietitian based on whatever your concerns are, whether that's weight loss, eating disorders, autoimmune conditions, or something else. They're actually a network with major insurance providers, so most patients pay $0 out of pocket. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story. Something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. All right, Mike, you understand how this here game is played?
I do.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of 3 stories today. We offer you interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally, License to Spill, where you guess the substance that made the mess.
Let's go animal.
A ski patrol member was going down a slope at an Oklahoma resort. He had a near miss with an animal that nearly ran him over, and the moment was caught on camera. Side note, there's a ski resort in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Damn. I would have never guessed that at all.
I was going to ask the same thing.
But anyway, a video posted to Facebook shows ski patrol member Kyle Bailey going down the Red River ski resort slope known as The Face. Now, a person can be heard yelling, quote, "There's a blank, oh my God," as the animal indeed dashes across the slope and nearly collides with the skier, who's able to narrowly evade disaster. Now, after the incident, the skier said, quote, "I'm certainly grateful that both the animal and I could walk away unscathed." The question is, what was the animal that nearly crashed into the skier on the ski slopes of Oklahoma?
So weird.
I know. Whatever. Was it a deer? Was it a moose? Was it a razorback? Or was it a black bear? So deer, moose, razorback, or black bear?
Thoughts, gentlemen? Thoughts?
I can't. Look, I didn't think there'd be ski resorts, but I am fairly positive there is not moose in Oklahoma.
You haven't met the girl over.
Mike, I'm going to go black bear.
Black Bear. Hey.
You know what? I'm going Razorback. Let's do
Razorback.
that.
I'm with you, dude. I think it's a Razorback. Big day for Razorbacks on the show.
Yeah. Okay. Big foamy mouth Razorback.
What almost ran this guy over? Was it a deer, a moose, a razorback, or a black bear? We'll find out next.
Oh, you mother.
Come on. Come on.
Son of a bitch.
Any minute now.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Wow. What's up? I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between. Because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
9.9 KISW.
Category is animal. Sits on profile. This is going to ski patrol member. He was almost mowed down by an animal while he was on the slopes.
Yes.
Question is, did he almost get run over by a deer, a moose, a razorback, or a black bear?
And Mike, that is the very question that we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery. You went with the black bear.
Damn it.
It was not a black bear. So, Mike, you and D. Ted Smith agreed. Like you said, Ted, this is a big day for Razorbacks. However, not a Razorback. Believe it or not, just a deer. Oh, standard old lame-ass deer.
Still almost mowed him down.
Yeah, actually, when you watch the video, man, I don't know how the deer did not see this thing flying toward him, because literally there's only two things on this mountain. The guy skiing, and he's wearing dark clothes, and the deer.
Huh.
And this thing, yeah.
Damn. Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Seth Meyers, the Jimmies,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Stephen Colbert, Thomason,
Taylor,
or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It's right through the title. These guys have teams and talents. The writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Some entertainment news. Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Herger was sentenced to 1 year in prison for a DUI. Never missing an opportunity, Bravo has announced the new series, Real Housewives of Jail.
The Ted Smith.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's been a couple of them.
Yeah.
There's the woman in Utah as well.
Was it DUI as well?
No. She was like scamming people.
Ah, okay. Right.
But I read up on this woman today. I guess she's had 4 DUIs or arrested over the last like 17 years. The judge was kind of like, you were really drunk. How many times are we going to do this? And you're getting a year.
Good.
So bodega owners have started selling Lucy-style eggs. It's so New York that eggs are so expensive, now they're selling them like cigarettes. I can't wait to overhear someone be like, hey, man, can I bum a yolk?
Fallon.
Yeah, Fallon.
Thomason.
Some bodega owners have started selling Lucy-style eggs. This is so New York. Eggs start getting too expensive, and they just sell them like cigarettes. I can't wait to overhear someone like, hey, man, can I bum a yolk?
McDonald's just announced $1 Egg McMuffin Day. It's a little suspicious when an Egg McMuffin is cheaper than an actual egg.
That's a fact. Yeah, Fallon.
McDonald's just announced $1 Egg McMuffin Day to celebrate the sounds of $1. A little suspicious when an Egg McMuffin is cheaper than an actual egg.
Take the Egg McMuffin every day of the week over it.
Mm-hmm.
Some Swiss doctors are prescribing their patients museum visits. Obviously, the prescription for museum visits is for mental health only. You're not going to break your leg and hear a doctor say, "Quick, get this man some extra strength Picasso."
Colbert.
Seth.
Dobelson.
Some Swiss doctors are prescribing their patients museum visits. Obviously, this museum prescription is for mental health only. All right, you're not going to break your leg and hear a doctor be like, "Quick, get this man extra strength Picasso."
You guys been to a museum lately? I know Mike has.
Last museum. Trying to think. Oh, yeah, I have been. It was in December. I was in 2.
Nice. Yeah, I think museums.
I have not.
Well, especially, too, as you were in Africa, right?
Yeah, I went to the District 9 and a couple other ones.
Yeah. Why would
the Diamond Museum.
I was going to say, I think museums, too, are a lot more interesting when you're in other places.
Agreed.
You know? But, hey, museums are pretty fun. It's just got to be something you're interested in. Like, it's going to be tough sometimes. Like, I remember as a kid on field trips having to go to the art museum, which I just didn't appreciate art at that time. Mm-hmm. So it was always kind of boring, as opposed to going like Air and Space Museum or like Natural History.
Natural History. District 6 Museum.
District 6.
Yeah, District 9, I believe, is a movie.
Upside down, yeah.
Or movie.
Yeah, and we took the kids to D.C., and you want to take advantage of the Smithsonian's and all this. I want to say Air and Space was closed for renovations or something.
All right.
But we went to Natural History Museum, and you want your kids to want to learn. And then it got to the point with my daughter where I wanted her to stop learning. I mean, she read the plaque on every single thing in there. And it's like, babe, can't you just look at the goddamn thing and let's move it? Like, nope. Whatever information they have about whatever you're looking at, she reads the whole thing, top to bottom. I mean, seriously, like I was getting angry, but I'm like, but I don't want to tell her to stop.
That's why you brought her there.
Nobody reads every single plaque.
one. The one you're
Nobody does. She read every single plaque of every single thing in there. And then we take them to the mall, and there's the Vietnam Wall. And we wanted to show them the Vietnam Wall for obvious reasons, but also my son's middle name. It's a name of an uncle he would have had, but the guy died in Vietnam. So he knew, so we wanted to take him to the name. My daughter started reading the names like at the beginning of the wall. And I'm like, no. Feel bad for all of them. We're not, like 57,000 names or whatever it is. I'm like, we're not doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was ready to, man. I mean, seriously, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Should have never brought him to D.C. to learn stuff, Ted.
Damn it. Damn kids learn
Look at the dinosaur and walk away.
That's all you got to do.
Well, even look, the Museum of Flight.
Yeah.
Here in Seattle. I mean,
that is awesome.
That is an awesome museum.
That I don't mind if you take the time to read everything. Maybe because I read everything. But still, but it's not as big as a natural history museum, dude. I mean, that's the difference.
Yeah. And some museums are obviously just going to be a lot heavier than others, right? Yes. You go to the Holocaust Museum, you go to the African American Museum, like it's just a lot heavier. So I think that's a different kind of museum experience. But with that said, I think it's good for people, like you got to know. You know, so I think it's good for people to go do that stuff and learn.
See, but also know how you want to time stuff out. Because we're in Germany and we went to the Holocaust, and it
is Dachau considered a museum, or is that just? I mean, is that?
I mean, it was a camp.
I realize what it is,
right? But I guess it's a museum now because it's an exhibition.
Correct.
And it was horrible. But like the words we heard when we left, right? I mean, everyone's just feeling heavy and somber. And it's like, all right, we got a lunch date. It's just like, yeah, okay.
I need a beer,
right?
Real bad.
So maybe eat before you go. That would be my thought.
But again, I don't know that I've been to a more solemn, horrible place than Dachau.
No.
But with that said, still very happy we did it.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it's a little odd going from there to the largest beer hall in the world.
What I mean.
Like, all right, a slug of beer.
I did the same thing with District 6. When I got out of there, I was like, I need a beer now.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
What is the District 6 Museum?
It's in Cape Town. Basically,
apartheid and all that kind of thing.
They just mowed down an entire group of people and basically just tore down their homes with bulldozers. But this is 1968.
Right.
Some sad news. Famous actor, legendary actor Gene Hackman has passed away. Now, I'd be hard-pressed to, just the movies he's done, but I've seen a bunch of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're so good. Let's see. He lived down in Santa Fe. He's been known to be a very reclusive person over the last few years. They found him, his wife, and their dog been found inside their home. Now, it's weird because they're saying, there's no foul play, but it's very suspicious.
Right.
Like I read today, I want to say they updated that said those bodies could have been sitting there for like a week or two.
So they said like his wife, part of his wife's body was getting mummified, like her feet or something. Right?
And the caretaker found them, which begs my question: caretaker, you coming over every week?
Maybe once. I mean, look, he's 95.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman
She was younger. She was like 65.
65.
So obviously she can still function.
Well, it could have been, carbon monoxide, right? That's another one. I would have to think, though, Gene Hackman's house would have a carbon monoxide
detector.
You would think. But, who knows? Man, I don't know. Because there's no external injuries. It's only suspicious because they don't get it.
Correct.
Like, look, on the surface, this is 2 dead bodies, but what are the odds that 2 people and a dog dropped dead at the same time?
And 2 dogs lived.
Oh, really?
So...
Right, which is also, like, that's a...
So a dog in a kennel where they were found, or one of the bodies was found, was passed on. Which that tells me that the dogs that were roaming around the home went to a different area of the home.
Yeah.
Because they could. The dog in the kennel, if that was... Because, look, if you're going to accidentally take a pill or something like that, whatever, it's not going to affect the dog. So
or your wife.
Yeah, you're talking about something that had to overcome an area.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was in a bunch of movies. He won Oscars for The French Connection in 1972. Also, a little history on that. That is unreal. Like, I always heard about this movie, and then I was watching one of my drug shows and didn't realize that was the whole thing of, like, getting drugs formed in, like, Afghanistan, Pakistan, or whatever, and then sending them through France to ship them out to the rest of the world.
Huh.
So that was like literally what they called the French Connection, especially big with the American Mafia.
And even if he wasn't the star, like No Way Out, Kevin Costner, Gene Hackman, he is the guy in that movie. Wasn't critically acclaimed, but if you watch the movie,
he steals every scene.
You're like, man, this is a great movie. It's not, whatever, Tombstone or not Tombstone.
What's the submarine one?
The Unforgiven. I'm sorry, The Unforgiven.
What's right? He won an Oscar for Unforgiven too. What's the submarine one with
Hunt for Red October? Or Red Tide?
Oh, that's October.
Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide. Red Tide.
Yeah.
Roll Tide. Yeah, Crimson Tide.
Well, I mean, that is why that ship was called that.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. He's been in a lot of great movies, has a lot of famous speeches. I personally, as a sports fan, love Hoosiers.
Yeah, I knew it.
Right. So there's also the famous scene where the town is Hickory. They get to the arena, and he takes out the tape measures just to show, hey, same size rims. Right. Nothing else has changed. And then he had kind of a famous speech in there before they go out to play as well.
There's a tradition in tournament play. Not talk about the next step until you've climbed the one in front of you. I'm sure going to the state finals is beyond your wildest dreams, so let's just keep it right there. Forget about the crowds, the size of the school, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals that we've gone over time and time again. And most important, don't get caught up thinking about winning or losing this game. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners. Okay? All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let me hear it.
You can tell by the way the clapping starts. The team's mostly white.
Yeah.
It's Indiana, man. It's not Gary.
Well, right. People forget, like, Indiana is a massive basketball state.
Absolutely.
I mean, you just don't think about it, but like Larry Bird, of course, from
Indiana.
Do you know the name of the town? It's kind of a fun one.
No.
French Lick.
He is. I've heard of French Lick before. That's where he's from, huh?
That's where he swirled.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Anyhow, but yeah, he's been in a ton of movies. Like I was quoting Unforgiven the other day. Like, there's just so many movies and shows.
It's great. I forgot about Hoosiers until you played the clip, and I'm like, there's another one of those movies.
Yeah. And if you think he's that good at being a military, like he had military service in his background.
He also started out in radio for CBS and was a DJ when he was younger, and then moved to New York to keep working in radio.
And he was the voice of, was it Home Depot or Lowe's?
I'm almost positive he was Home Depot.
Home Depot? Yeah.
It was he should have got free stuff then.
But I mean, Mississippi Burning, I mean, just all these iconic films. And
his middle name was Alan. I only know they came to one of the restaurants I worked in years ago, and we knew he was out there. And it wasn't quite an open kitchen, but it was a big opening. And for what I can't explain it. You're sitting there staring at the guy. It's not like he was eating food.
Pretty sure he was with his wife.
He was with her, and I'm not sure if they were married at the time, but he was the same woman. But I remember I guess the way he rolled in, because he's got the money, obviously, he just handed the waiter the credit card before they even ordered. He's like, hey, man, just take it back now. We're going to order whatever we order. And they got some seafood, a bunch of wine, and all this kind of thing. But I remember the waiter came back, and he's holding his credit card, and he's like, I see his middle name. And for whatever reason, in that moment, it seemed really important to us. Like, what's his middle name? He's like, it starts with an A. Right, that kind of thing. And then we all looked at the credit card. You know what? It just looks like a credit card. It just happened to say
is cool.
Gene Allen Hackman. So all of a sudden, we're like, this is the coolest credit card I've ever seen in my life. MasterCard, if you're wondering.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking over now, like funny stuff with the replacements, like just, get Shorty. I mean, I forgot he was in The Firm.
Oh, God, that's right.
You know, like his character, again, is not one of the main characters, but he's one of the, that sticks out in that movie and everything else that you kind of like. So, yeah, that's sad news there. But, I mean.
Also, he was 95?
95.
He was 95.
I'm not saying that matters one way or another, but he had lived a full life. So, if anything else, if he just would have died of natural causes, then you go like, well, yeah, he's 95.
But this is so weird.
This makes it strange.
Because they're like, that's not why he's gone.
Correct. Let's see here. A lot of people are talking about Millie Bobby Brown. She has a new look going on. Basically, she's a platinum blonde.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people have been asking her about it. She just turned 21. I saw people were even kind of giving her crap, like, did you have plastic surgery? She was like, just leave me alone. But some people think there's an end game to this, is that she's starring soon in a Britney Spears biopic.
Okay, well, that would explain it.
Which, if you were ever a fan of Britney Spears, like, follow her on Instagram.
Really? Even after yesterday?
What'd you do yesterday?
Dancing in that thing, then got topless and all this stuff.
That's why.
She puts dancing videos up all the time.
She's naked. I'm not a Britney Spears fan, per se, but I will gladly watch her videos, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. Okay. I mean, it's every day, and it's shocking. And I like them enough that if she pops one out, it's in my algorithm. Jesus. She was an influential person in my life.
Oh, God, somebody pointed out Superman. He was freaking Lex Luthor, Gene Hackman.
He was Lex Luthor.
Right, yeah. That was my introduction to him as a kid, right? Because my mom's like, you have no idea who this guy is. I'm like, where's Lex Luthor? She's like, no, it's Gene Hackman. I'm like, who the hell is that? And she could, and this was 1978 that movie came out? And she could already rattle off like 50 movies he was in.
And you're correct. It is awkward as a kid. Who's the one I always go back to? Famous actor. But the first movie I saw him in when I was a kid in grade school was Gandhi.
Oh, Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley, right. So, I mean, it took me a long time to be like, why is Gandhi in another film? But I guess also makes him a very good actor, that you fully believe he's Gandhi or whatever. But yeah, so you're right. When you're a kid, that stuff's weird. So there's a good chance she just dyed her hair blonde and everything else for that biopic. She's also a 21-year-old chick.
Right.
Blondes have more fun.
Yeah.
A lot of people go, like, I don't know. Is that odd?
No.
It's like, hey, I'm 21. I want to be a little glamorous. Like, go to a college tailgate, man. They're all glamorous and blonde, especially the SEC.
Yeah.
There you go, Bob.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. Headlines coming up at 5:50. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
Here we go. Florida man steals a car, then crashes it in the most ironic of places. Meanwhile, rescuers in Texas shine light down a well and see the saddest of faces. Vegas road crew workers spend most of the day trying to wrangle a cow. Drunk driver in Italy finds a historic fountain to plow. And a Florida woman gets revenge with a can of spray paint. And it's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
All right, our top story. We go to Florida, where a carjacker is bad at his antics. Authorities got the call after a clearly intoxicated man was able to make off with a stolen van. They investigated the area and eventually found the van as it had crashed into a local establishment, the local branch of Smash Fitness.
Perfect. Going to work you out, man.
After a short search for the suspect, a K-9 unit was deployed, and he was not able to hide so easily, and he was apprehended.
Found him on the leg machine.
Oh, no. Smash Fitness. Well done.
That is kind of perfect.
Right, you're crashing into a gym. You got one machine that you're going to jump on before you get the cops on you. What are you doing?
Rowing machine. It's kind of fun.
Get the rowing machine. All right,
it's enjoyable.
Get those reps in.
Yeah,
Miles, you hitting the elliptical?
I'll probably go over the bench first.
Hit the bench. Put all the plates on there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Ted, what are you hitting out there when you go to the gym, man? You got one machine.
Oh.
Then probably would be like an elliptical.
All right. Let's getting some steps in before we get done.
Let's get that done.
Yeah, man. In other news, down in Nevada, where Las Vegas police had to deal with something other than a drunken disorderly. They got a call about a cow that had gotten loose and was roaming around the area for several days before they finally spotted it and moved in. The cow evaded officers for a while before getting a little too close to the roadway. Crews upped their efforts and used their vehicles to corral the animal back into custody without further incident. Cows in Nevada. I don't know why, that just feels weird to me.
They have gambling addicts.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of open range in
Yeah,
Nevada.
there is.
Sure. It's all desert, though, from what I can tell. So it's like, how do the cows do out there? They okay?
They only give powdered milk.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, the milk's going to curl.
They don't move
in
around too
seconds
much. They get nice and marbled because it's so hot.
Gotcha. Nice and marbled.
Yeah, they're par cooked by the time you get to them.
Yeah, get them little fat pockets in there. Gotta love it. Back to stories of the drunk and disorderly. This one takes us to Rome. The Trevi Fountain is a hotbed of drunk tourists making bad decisions, and it seems to have started early this year. A trio of tourists from New Zealand, thank God it's not the U.S., from New Zealand were apprehended by local authorities as they started to wade into the waters of the fountain. Just a bad idea in general. But one decided to up the ante, you see. He wrestled free from officers and full-on jumped into the fountain with officers on his tail. He was eventually apprehended again, thereby convincing officers to issue him a little bit more than just a slap on the wrist, and they gave him a fine of over $500 and a lifetime ban from the fountain.
Right.
That's fair.
They don't play that, man.
They don't.
And maybe it's just because you're drunk and so you think, oh, this will be funny. But once the officers are pulling you away, really? You're going to double down on it and just jump straight into the doggone fountain?
It can be really funny.
Right? No, man, I only get one chance at this. You're right. You literally
You were
did.
correct.
You got one chance. Stupid. Down in Florida, we revisit a story of revenge. We toasted these young ladies earlier today. Police got a call about a young woman that was spray painting a car and found two women ages 18 and 16 upon arrival, the younger of which sporting some fresh yellow spray paint on her pants. After a brief talk with the two, it was discovered that they had gone to the home of the 18-year-old's ex-boyfriend with the intent to spray paint and egg his car out of revenge, which they did, claiming that he owed her an outstanding balance of $700. The only problem is the two painted the wrong car, as it actually belonged to a neighbor that had parked across the street. In all, the duo did roughly $5,000 worth of damage to the vehicle. So he owes you $700 plus a little bit more because he scored you a little bit.
Also a Tesla. And from what I've seen on the road, Tesla has maybe 4 different colors? White,
pretty much,
gray, black,
and like a blue.
Maybe a blue one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they don't get real.
If it was a gray or a black, you wouldn't know they're hard to tell apart.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Anyway, let's see here. The legal adult racked herself some heavy charges as officers found 2 open containers of 4 Loko in their vehicle, which one of those will do you. I don't know if she did both of them or if the 2 of them were throwing back themselves, but especially for an 18-year-old, that's going to knock you backwards, as well as marijuana and an empty bottle of Crown Royal.
So if you're going to do this stuff, do it at 17.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? I mean, just once you hit 18, it's different.
Oh, my God. That just sounds like a bad night to me. You polished a bottle of
Crown Royal.
Right, you're going to smoke some weed, and then you're going to down a couple cans of 4 Loko.
And then you're going to spray paint the wrong car and get arrested.
Right.
Again, it only makes sense if you're 18 or 19.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? Like just think about that. A bottle of Crown, 4 Loko, and blunts. Like, we'd have to be like, all right, whose house are we spending the night at?
Yes.
And we're adults who drink.
Yeah, we'd say, oh, this guy has a problem. 18, right. You go, okay.
And it's also the drink, okay? Ted, you and I have hung out on many of occasions. We've all been out there drinking. If I show up to a party and I've got a can of doggone 4 Loko, I'm getting a talking to.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Mike, are you all right?
And pull you to the
You're
side.
right. That would have to be like a planned thing. Like, we're all going to drink a can of it.
Right. Or they got a new flavor. Let's try and see how crappy it is.
Last time I drank 4 Loko, because that was what it was. It was a group of us who were like, all right, we're all going to drink one.
Right. Same. I think...
yeah, you show up solo with one, you go like, Mike, you okay, man?
Right.
This is more cost efficient, dude.
In a bag. Exactly. Like, you're not going to make any great decisions here.
Yeah, you're in your own backyard still brown bagging it.
Brown bagging it in the backyard.
Just in case neighbors.
That's right. Can't have anybody seeing me out here.
It's part of the lifestyle.
Oh, my word. But just in case those stories with a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
You know me, just ripping 4 Lokos. Great story out
Mike,
of Texas.
Seriously, if we ever got a text from your wife like, He's been in the yard for 3 days, backyard drinking Four Locos. Like, I'm coming over. We're having an intervention.
Intervention.
We're bringing a therapist. We're going to talk
Let's
this
just
out,
at least talk it out a little bit, bud.
We've got a big net.
We got a great story out of Texas as a dog was removed from a perilous situation. Crews got the call about a dog that had somehow managed to get itself stuck underneath a house. Getting the dog out from under the house would have been an easier task if the dog hadn't also fallen down a well that was exposed underneath the house as well. Side note, you got an open doggone well under your house, and it looked like it was a deck that they were under, not quite under the side of the actual house.
Do you think they had a well, said, F it, let's just build a deck over top of it?
I believe so, but cap the doggone thing, man.
Even if you do, a lot of those areas are where a lot of sinkholes do start.
Yeah.
Yes.
Based on the fact there's water underneath, there's flow, now you've
Right.
a chimney, and now that whole thing just kind of caves in on itself.
Fire and animal rescue crews worked in tandem to safely bring the dog back up and out of the well, with one of them stepping up and volunteering to adopt the animal if the owner wasn't found. So this wasn't even home for this dog, from what they know. They don't even know what the owner is at. So gotta love that one of the crew there was willing to step up and take that dog out. Men's Room Sports brought to you by the fine folks at Sports on What. What do you got to watch tonight? You got NBA and college hoops tonight and some Champions Cup soccer if you want to see how who your Sounders are going to end up facing later on. As far as your weather, plenty of cloud cover tonight, hitting a low of 42 degrees. We keep that energy through tomorrow where we can expect partly cloudy skies and a high of 60, gentlemen.
Nice.
That's it for headlines with that, Mike Hawkins.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the weekend. The return of Ted versus the FCC, and it's a Bad Choice Friday.
Yes, indeed, it's all true, but in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 107062.